Ah, hello?
Hello.
Hello, world. What's happening, everybody?
That's what computers say.
Soup's on, every pony.
Soup's on every pony.
That's what I'm saying.
Apple.
Ah, thank you, Nat, for the 17 months. Thanks.
Damn,
That's a lot of months.
That is a lot of months.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Let me, Oh my god, thank you for the 18
Holy
months.
shit.
Corvid. Thank you.
I don't even think I have a year and a half.
Yeah, because you, like, are kind of a hater.
No, I'm not.
You're a little bit of a fucking nasty ass, fucking gross ass, stupid ass bit. Oh.
You don't have to fucking call attention to it if you don't like it.
Makes me want to like vomit right now. That's the real creepypasta today is how fucking gross your fucking shitty ass bit is. Looks terrible. Ugly bit.
Amazing and spooky. Thank you. I think we all do. I think we're all very scary this year.
We haven't gotten
Boo!
to. Oh my god. Thank you for the gift sub, Gray! And thank you for the 19 months, Science Radio? Who's that?
Whoever that is.
I don't. Oh, bad streamer? Wow, okay. Can fucking mods ban this guy?
It's the scary story.
Can the mods kill this guy?
Yeah, hey, mods, can you fucking go find Synth Radio and do like a creepypasta on him in real life? Like, can you do that?
That's gonna be scary for him. So
Oh, I want a gift sub. I want a gift sub. Corvette, I want a gift sub. Give me a gift sub. I want one.
And do it. Qweave already has one.
I want one. I want to be subscribed to twitch.tv/Qweave. Hi, everybody. It's the long-awaited second the second annual creepypasta reading stream. I think we're gonna wait for a few more people to filter in, and then we're gonna get going.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone
Doesn't know the lore, by the way. That
Hold on.
castle in the background, that old rundown house, that's where the Mario stream took place.
Yeah, that's the lore.
Oh shit.
We
I was
separated.
going to have like a little zoom in to open the stream, a slow zoom on the house, but I didn't have time to do a drawing for it.
Yeah, we had to be normal instead, but that's fine.
We got out of there.
We got out.
We did record all the footage of it, and if we ever play that game again, then you will be seeing the footage that was prior recorded of us.
If we play the game again, we're gonna be like separated. We're just gonna be like angrily sharing one controller as separate people, which is arguably worse. It will make things harder. Thank you for the fucking gift sub, Corvette. Thank you so much.
So how did we desynthesize?
Oh, we got
last
better.
week?
We won.
Yeah,
we beat Mario.
We beat Mario. We beat the whole game. The person who was holding us hostage didn't know you have to fight Bowser 3 times. They thought that one just meant that you beat the whole game.
We beat him 3 times.
You're like gaslighting
Does
me.
this take place after
Is
the
there like
whole
a
series
like
of Mario
canon?
This
64?
takes place. Any
I
progressive
can't believe
Mario
neither of you
stream,
remember this.
Every progressive Mario 64 stream takes place before present day.
Okay.
They all take place in the past.
That was like the first stream we did canonically.
I remember.
So,
If we do a second, then that still happened during Halloween.
Are those the canonical origins of the Party Babies?
Yeah,
No.
that's how we all met. We all got kidnapped by the killer, who we were all separately aware of since birth, and we had to play Mario 64, and after our brains were linked together and we finished the game, we became the truest of friends. It was like a Lord of the Rings situation, kind of.
Is that what happened in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's how everyone became
Yeah.
friends. That's why they were like side by side with a friend. You know, because it was like because they had beat Mario 64.
They were like sharing an arm.
Thank you for the 12 months, Grief. Thank you. Oh shit, I feel like it is pissing me off. Hype train's sitting at 100%. Why? Like, how can the fucking hype train thing go to 100%?
It needs one more. It's rounding up from 99.9.
That's a bunch of crap.
Show 99.9.
That's a bunch of crap. Yeah, fuck you, Jeff Bezos, asshole.
He did this.
But we have spent, you know, tons of effort, tons of fucking whatever, assembling the finest of scary stories for you all to enjoy. Thank you for the gift sub, Corvette. Again, Jesus, thank you. Thank you.
We did
Hype
train.
Hype train. We have
tweet
found,
live.
yeah. We have I would say roughly like the same amount of stories per person as we had last time. Jesus Christ, Corvid. Thank you. You're going fucking crazy. I think we have like roughly the same amount. We don't have, I could not find anything as insanely long and bad as like Blood Whistle, though. I feel like that's a one-of-a-kind creepypasta. There's nothing like Blood Whistle. So I guess setting up the rules, are you gonna start for me and just go to the right again?
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's what we're feeling. Or do you want to do it like reverse order this time? Get crazy with it, because it's a whole new
I
year.
do reverse order.
Oh, you still want to start fucking first.
I don't want to start first. You're right.
You're afraid. You're scared.
I am scared. They're scary stories.
I don't think they're that scary. Let me settle on which one I want to do first then. Let me take a look-see at my library and make some decisions here.
Here, I'm gonna get up and close the door so that Qweave is in my house, by the way.
I am in Boots'
right
house.
next to me.
If I sound different, it's because I'm not using my mic today.
If Qweave stops talking, it's because Qweave's using my microphone.
Yeah. That also. So I'm feeling like I might start with the kind of simple one. I'm feeling like it might be good to start things
I
off.
think all of us starting with simple ones is a good idea.
I might do this one's not very long. It's pretty reasonable, you know, a classic premise. I have sitting here Kirby's Nightmare Land.
Oh man.
So I don't know. Do you think that you're like ready for that?
I'm just about ready.
You're just about ready. You're not like
I'm
ready
excited.
yet. Is gonna be this. I feel like this is just classic creepypasta to me. You know, when I think of an iconic creepypasta, just like a timeless
Kirby's Nightmare
creepypasta,
Land.
I think of like a video game character but fucked up. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
That's like 99%.
Dude, I was trying
like every single one.
I was trying so hard to find creepypastas that were not like video game related today. I was searching literally all day. Boot can attest to this. I woke up, I started looking for creepypastas. I was looking for creepypastas like 10 minutes before stream started. I fucking was trying to find non-video game related ones at a certain point. And I literally, it was so fucking hard. There's like nothing.
It's like a licensed character is such a great jumping off point, you know?
Even things that have like totally like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna not click shit that's called like fucking Family Guy evil. I'm not gonna click shit like that. I'm gonna click shit that's like liars kill. And then I click on it and it's like, when I was a kid, I loved Mario 64, and it's like, this isn't fucking just like be about something else. Just be about something else. But whatever. I have Kirby's Nightmare Land. I'm gonna start us off. Are we ready?
Yep.
Hold on, Boots closing the door. Now I'm in a pitch black room. I'm like in the fucking scariest possible environment for this right now.
I'm abandoning you.
I'm terrified. Alright. Kirby's Nightmare Land. Author's note. Hey guys, just so you know, this is my own creepypasta. You won't find this on any other website.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
What website did you find it on?
Exclusivity.
I found it on not the author's website. It was on a different website. You might not know this, but I like Kirby a lot, and I still do to this very day. I've always...
We had that.
What?
I forgot that we had creepy
Kirby?
videos on in the background for ambience.
You made me lose my place.
Wow.
You literally just started.
You might not know this, but I like Kirby a lot, and I still do to this very day.
I didn't know that.
I've always appreciated his cute look and fun games. But
Yeah.
there was a day that everything changed. I was sitting in my room watching Kirby Right Back at Ya. I was on the 76th episode until there was knocking at my door. Think of the 13 months Al store. Something arrived on my front door. I paused my episode to see what it was. A game cartridge arrived. It had no front cover, just a small paper attached to it with pen writing saying, Kirby's Nightmare Land.
Oh.
Ah!
I was confused and curious at the same time. I wondered, what kind of name is Kirby's Nightmare Land? But
Oh god.
I decided to play it. I thought, what could go wrong? This couldn't be that bad. Because, as I said earlier, Kirby is cute. So how could he be living in a so-called Nightmare Land? I found that answer when I played through the whole game. I didn't have a regular Game Boy, I only had a Super Game Boy, the add-on for the Super Nintendo that allowed you to play your favorite Game Boy games in color. So I injected the cartridge into my Super Game Boy, injected the Game Boy into the Super Nintendo, then boosted on the Super Nintendo. The first thing I saw was the Kirby's Dream Land title screen, and I was like, awesome, because remember, I like Kirby. When I pressed the start button, it showed the typical... He just keeps saying he likes Kirby.
Who loves it?
He fucking loves Kirby. This dude loves Kirby.
I love Kirby.
I'm sorry, not this dude. This actually happened to me. This happened to me. I love Kirby. When I pressed the start button, it showed the typical stage beginning animation. I had Kirby go through the stage. No enemies were seen, except a little Waddle Dee in the middle of the stage. As I had Kirby inhale the enemy, the music got slower and slower, till it eventually stopped. And then, the Waddle Dee got inhaled, and a cutscene played. It showed the Waddle Dee falling into Kirby's stomach. I could see how desperate that Waddle Dee was. And then another thing happened after that cutscene. The sky turned black. The grass and leaves turned orange. There was blood coated on a hill. But Kirby looked perfectly normal. I had Kirby continue until Kirby closed his eyes. It wasn't until I saw good old King Dedede. He looked suspicious and walked up to Kirby. Kirby then opened his eyes and showed something horrifying. His eyes were black.
His eyes are already black.
And two glowing red dots staring at King Dedede and very sharp fangs. Then he inhaled King Dedede.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Mm-hmm. That's fucking
That's
right.
what happened.
The same cutscene played, but with King Dedede falling into Kirby's stomach. And then Kirby went to another level.
Oh, well, good
It's
job.
It's the halberd, of course, except it soared the red cloudy sky from Stardust Speedway's Bad Future from Sonic CD, except it had lowered in resolution. I had Kirby transverse through the ship. I suddenly saw Meta Knight point his sword at Kirby. Of course, like any other brave warrior, Meta Knight was not afraid of Kirby's scary look. Or at least he tried not to be. And then I had Kirby inhale Meta Knight, and then the same cutscene, but with Meta Knight falling into Kirby's stomach. Then Kirby entered another level. It was King Dedede's castle, but it was dark, and the walls had bloodstains. Through the castle, I could see the clouds from the final battle of Kirby's Dream Land 3, but there was black under it. Everyone in the castle hid in fear. Then, I had Kirby inhale them. And another cutscene with Kirby standing on top. I wonder if he's gonna inhale someone and then a cutscene plays.
I like the thought of a Kirby game that has like every time you inhale someone, it has like a 30-second cutscene go off.
You should know that in order to like keep focus on this, I'm just staring at a video of Subway Surfers.
With Kirby standing on top of Dedede's castle, with that creepy look, he inhaled every citizen of Dreamland. No one could escape Kirby's tornado that leads to his mouth. Not even Wispy Woods! Not even Dynablade! And then once everyone was swallowed, Kirby stopped! And stretched out his smile. And then another cutscene played. It showed everyone in Kirby's stomach. They go so crazy that they die. King Dedede swung his hammer at his own face. Meta Knight stabbed himself to death, and so on. And then I realized Kirby was not the cute, and cheery pink puffball that I knew him to be, Kirby was a monster, a pure evil, sadistic, all-powerful, dangerous monster. He smiles at the pain he gives to his victims. He swallows and tortures his prey. And if there's nothing else he can do, he'll drive them insane. He'll inhale you in his mouth and play with you like his little toy. This Kirby is the embodiment of evil, and his game is a gateway to his world where he plays with you like his little toy. I ejected the cartridge from my Super Game Boy, lit up the fire pit, and tossed the cartridge into the fire pit. The plastic melted, and so did the computer inside the cartridge. The demon screamed, and it was all over. The demon inside the cartridge was finally destroyed. Now I can go back to watching Kirby right back at ya.
Oh, fuck yeah!
He's glad that he has no changed opinion of Kirby.
I mean, the thing is,
It was a demon. It was a demon.
it's more or less like a normal game of Kirby.
It's a game of
Like,
Kirby.
that's pretty much what you do.
Except, well, it's like if every time you consume an enemy, it like shows a cutscene of them getting inhaled, which I guess it does already. But it like shows them being sad.
Yeah, they don't
And
show
going
them being
crazy.
sad, which is the big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was my story. That happened.
good.
That happened to me.
I'm
I did that.
I'm a very big fan of creepypasta that end with someone defeating the demon. I'm a big fan of that.
I like it especially when they don't mention the demon at any point before the very last 2 sentences of the creepypasta, where it suddenly reveals there was a demon the whole time.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
And we were none the
Yeah, I
wiser.
agree.
That was mine.
What do you rank that one? How many pumpkins do you give that story?
How
Ooh.
spooky was that?
That was 4 out of 5 pumpkins. That was
4 out of
scary as
5.
hell. I was scared. A demon was in the game.
I give it a 3 out of 5 pumpkins.
You fucking...
I also give it a 3 out of 5 pumpkins.
Okay, whatever.
I would have liked to.
I
hear
give
more
your
about that
your
demon.
stories. I give fucking 1 out of 5 pumpkins too each. So, you know, whatever.
Speaking of, one way to find out, Noel.
My
What do you
turn.
Yeah.
What do you got?
All right, this is called Animal Crossing Old Leaf.
I like the idea that old is inherently scarier than new.
Is it
Because
not?
it's the opposite of New Leaf.
Mm-hmm. It's like evil.
It's
Yeah.
rotting.
All right.
Well, it started off with a normal day, so I knew I should get a new game. My friend had an old Animal Crossing New Leaf game that I could borrow. I decided to play it since I was so bored. It started off as normal, a cat talking to me and me becoming mayor. But when I got into everything, it didn't seem normal. One of my villagers
Okay.
named Cole started talking about another villager that wasn't in the town yet. I was able to ask who they were, but Cole just told me the name again. I looked up the name he was talking about, but nothing popped up. Soon enough, the certain villager Cole was talking about became popular. I shrugged it off because it sounded silly. I then saved and quit the game for the day. The next day, the villager was mentioned again. I couldn't understand the name of the villager because it was in Japanese. I was very confused
shit.
of what to think now
That's
because the
scary.
game was new. Then I saved and quit, then got on the game again. And then I saved and quit, and then I got on the game again. And then I saved and quit, and then I got on the game again. That was me repeating a line.
Was that-
Isabel then told me that a new villager had moved in. I knew it was a chance to see who it actually was. When I visited the villager, it wasn't an animal. It was a human.
Oh,
shit.
I knew this wasn't normal since every villager that moves in is an animal.
Yeah.
I
true.
asked my friend what was going on, but he didn't know either. My mom said it might be a new update, but I told her that the game doesn't update, which is just like not true. That game got updates.
This was before that.
I knew that throwing it away would be a waste, so I shoved it in my closet. A month passed, and I thought, why not play it again? I translated the name of that one villager I still remembered, and the translate said, in all capitals, Old Leaf. I was sort of creeped out. Though I couldn't believe it, it was just so weird. My friend and I became buddies on the 3DS, so that we could. By the way, 3DS is written with 3 capital D lowercase s, like this. I'm going to put it in chat. 3Ds.
3Ds.
My friend and I became buddies on the 3Ds, so that we could both investigate. We got on and noticed that Old Leaf kept asking to come to my house. I agreed for no reason, and it was a bad idea. Old Leaf was saying the same thing over and over again. She killed so many innocents.
Dude,
That's what Old Leaf said. That part's in quote. She killed so many innocents. I was petrified. My friend said that he was starting to feel ill, so we stopped playing. A month later, the news said that someone passed away from cancer.
What?
Just in general? Like
Just
somewhere?
like, a month later, the news said that someone had passed away from cancer.
Yeah, that
The news
sucks.
does that all the time.
I
Yeah.
asked my mom, and she said the kid was named Tyler. I was heartbroken. My friend had passed away, and now I'm alone. That was it's really fucking poorly written. I guess
Was that the whole
their
story?
friend had cancer and found out that they had both had cancer and died like through the news. Not even asking the news, asking his mom about the news.
Was that the
My
whole
friend had
story?
passed away,
Okay, I thought
and
that was
I'm
it.
alone. Now I have no one to hang out with. I blamed my game, and when I got on it, I cried. My friend's user on Animal
Yeah.
Crossing was laying dead in the town hall.
Oh my god.
And Isabel crying and everyone dead. I
No.
never played Animal Crossing again.
Holy shit.
Was that it?
I wouldn't either.
That's
Jeez.
it.
I was going to say up until that like last line, I was like, that had nothing to do with the Animal Crossing. It was just like a weird copy of the game.
I was playing a game and then I found out my friend died.
You died of cancer.
My
over,
friend
like,
just
one night?
got drowned.
My friend just got drowned.
I heard on the news that somebody got drowned. I asked who it was to my mom, and she said
She
it was
said,
my
"My
friend.
friend."
I'm quiet. I'm using Qweave's mic. I have no control over
I
how
can
loud
turn
and
you
quiet I
up.
am.
I can turn you up.
Thank you.
My
Oh, boy.
friend just got drowned. Man, that was bad. That was that.
That was
okay,
good. I
If we're,
thought that
doing,
was pretty good.
if we're doing pumpkin ratings, that one's like low pumpkin for me.
I
I don't know. That one scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was quaking in my boots. I don't know what you're on
I
about.
think that's 2 out of 5 pumpkins.
2 out of 5 is pretty fair, honestly. I feel like it wasn't related
Whatever.
to Animal Crossing enough.
No, I
What do
give
you
it
mean?
2 out-
His friend was laying dead in the town. It has everything. To do.
Here's the thing. I think that Isabel killed him.
What? No way. Isabel wouldn't be crying. It was clearly Old Leaf killed him. Old Leaf gave him the disease. It
No,
wasn't. It
Only
was.
said she's killed so many innocents, and when he opened the town, Isabel was the only one alive, and he was dead.
You know, you're right. I think
It was
you're.
Isabel.
Isabel was the killer the whole time.
She
You know,
was
I'm raising
crying
it up.
because of her
Yep.
own grief.
She was covering it up. I'm gonna raise it up to a 3 out of 10.
Oh, because
3 out of
Isabel
5
was the
pumpkins.
killer the whole time, so
3
it's
out
like
of 5 pumpkins, 'cause
scarier.
there's like lore. You have to think about.
Yeah,
it
because
to get the full
Isabel's
story.
fucking sexy. She wouldn't kill anybody.
I like
yeah,
how
she's
the,
like a level low guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like how the original mystery of there being a human villager named Old Leaf had nothing to do with anything.
I don't know what Old Leaf did. Old Leaf was irrelevant.
Old Leaf said, what was it? She killed so many innocents.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
that's just a dropped plot point.
Bad
No,
story.
she did it. Old
It
Leaf
was a
killed the
warning.
friend.
It was a warning.
Old
about
Leaf
Isabel.
gave Tyler cancer.
That's why. That's what I thought it was supposed to be saying. That's like what I assumed it was. Fuck. All right, Synth. Your turn. And
Okay.
the story.
Oh,
and
God.
the
What do
story.
you got? What do you got?
Storyline.
This is a story that actually happened to me. It's
Oh,
called,
What?
shit.
called Mario No More Sunshine.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Do we both have Mario ones?
there's a lot of Mario.
There 90% of creepypastas are about Mario. Like, you don't know this?
It's actually true. It's
The-
actually
Mario or
true.
Link?
There was a whole Mario category for these stories, and it had like 500 stories in it. Like, it was insane. Alright,
go on.
scare me.
Hello, my
Hi.
name is Synth Radio, and I love horror. I just love the thrill of a good scare. Although a lot of my friends don't seem to like the pure shock of a scary story, which I guess sort of makes me that one weird person that you wouldn't meet on a
This
regular
is so
basis.
not true about you.
No, that's
I
true.
also love video games.
That's
I
true.
love
Oh,
all
wait.
products by Nintendo.
Yeah, alright.
Especially games like Super Mario Sunshine. So
Alright.
it's all true.
I love all products by Nintendo.
I love all Nintendo products.
I love Joy-Con. I love Pro Controller.
Jesus Christ.
Pokeball.
I used to enjoy hacked games due to individual creativity, But after an incident where I bought a special version of Super Mario Sunshine, I haven't really touched or asked for any hacked games. To be honest, I don't really trust people who make hacked video games anymore. And if you're curious as to what I mean, here's a story about this special version of Super Mario Sunshine. My story began at my school. I leisurely walked with my friends as a tall Caucasian person bumped into me.
What?
I didn't know his name. They told me to call him Kool-Aid Yoda because that was his username on some old service.
Kool-Aid Yoda?
Yeah.
Alright.
He asked me if I was interested in video games, to which I replied, yes! He flipped his head and his dark dyed blue hair bobbed a bit.
He's
asked
sexy.
me, do you have a frickin' GameCube, buddy? Again, I replied, yes. He then offered me $10 for the game, and I had $20 in my pocket, so I gave it all to him on accident. He then said, thanks, best friend, in a hushed voice, as he grabbed a sleek, blank GameCube disc from his backpack. He told me this game was a special version of Mario Sunshine that he made with all of his heart. The disc had a special picture of Mario on it, looking into a void. The game came with an old CD case, as well as a cover that looked like it was made on a paint tool, then printed. Probably
A
was.
paint tool.
He also gave me a little add-on for the GameCube he somehow made at home, which connects to the memory slot on the GameCube and reads add-on cards, floppy disks with data on them. This guy looked really fishy, and he did seem to be a hacker though. Later on, when I got home, I went straight to my dusty black GameCube, loaded up the game, and played. As the game started, the regular intro for Super Mario Sunshine played, and I pressed start. Rather than the 3 save boxes you hit, there was one empty void that had a sign sticking out of it, saying, would you like to descend? As I jumped in it, a red flash appeared, then a ticking sound. After about 12 to 15 seconds, the game loaded normally, but all the Piantas had a special animation attached to their modules, which made them look like they were crying.
Oh my god, no!
Whenever I would talk to them, they would say, why have you caused this misery? You deserve to descend, Mario!
What?
After a while of walking around the dark, brownish Delfino Plaza, I entered Pinna Park. I slid towards the Sunflower Kids and the Great Sunflower, and their face texture was replaced with the texture of a generally pissed off Sunflower Kid.
Okay.
I talked to one of them. It said, now there is no more sunshine, Mario. Your punishment will arrive. And then, the craziest crap happened. Images of Mario would flash, such as an image of Mario with a shocked expression as a Sunflower Kid grows from his mouth while he drools a green sticky substance. Another of another one of Mario stepping on the crushed goopy shell of an Electro Koopa.
Oh no.
Oh, ew.
A final picture was shown, which was a pile of Koopa Troopas laying naked as Mario stands on top of them.
Oh.
Okay.
The screen
Cool.
flashed red, with white text appearing, saying, I am fate. You have committed horrible crimes, Mario. Prepare to meet your fate. Afterwards, Mario was teleported to a red room and a blank white triangle. The game then ended with a black screen, which had the big text saying, made by Kool-Aid Yoda.
Cool, he made a cool ROM hack.
After playing
tight.
this game, I realized this guy's message. I think he was trying to show that he thought Mario was actually evil. Nothing was hyper-realistic, but it was still unsettling. I've also heard of how a hacker made Super Mario World hack called Mario, and I can't believe people this demented could exist.
What? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
That's a reference to a different creepypasta.
Fuck
A
that.
hack named
A
Mario.
different,
Done.
more popular creepypasta.
I just want to say one thing. Never trust a hacker.
Okay.
True.
Yeah, I've been saying that actually.
I hope you enjoyed my very
I really
true
liked it.
story about myself.
I really like.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
I give that one. I gave it 3 out of 5 pumpkins.
1 out of 5 pumps.
I
The reason
give
I'm
it.
giving it 3
Okay.
out of 5 pumpkins is because it felt like this person thought they were the smartest dude in the fucking world for making a creepypasta that you could technically make a ROM hack of. They probably felt so cool that they were like, "There's no ghouls, there's no blood, nothing like weird."
You,
happening, just, like,
you
weird
can
texture
tell
bumps."
because they said out loud nothing was hyper realistic, which means they like were thinking about it
like,
really hard.
They really wanted to emphasize, no, this could have been real.
Yeah.
It was real. It happened to me.
Was it
Oh,
real?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you again.
Yeah, this is about me.
I hope you've recovered a little bit because that's rough.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm a little
Sim-
better now.
I think you're lying.
I don't. I believe
don't know why
the
you-
story said at the very beginning, my name is Synth Radio.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you wouldn't believe that because the story said that it's Synth Radio wrote it.
Yeah, exactly.
I give that one a solid. I give that one like 2 out of 5 pumpkins. I think that like the scariest concept there is the idea of a guy named Kool-Aid Yoda like forcing me to buy his Mario ROM hack on the street. Like, that's nightmarish.
You know, running around in Southern California, you run into all sorts of people trying to sell you hack video games.
Every
on the
day I
street.
go to the mall and I'm like fucking assailed by tons of ROM hackers trying to sell me their fucking Mario World ROM hacks.
Yep.
It's a nightmare.
Crazy.
I hate it. Alright, Boot.
Okay.
What do you got?
I've got a couple. I might just dive into another Mario one.
Really?
Mario
I
block.
think I want to dive right into a Mario one.
Which one?
I think I'm going to do the Haunt of Boo.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, I know you have 2, but one of them's longer, and it's probably good to do the longer one, like the second go around, you know?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's do the Haunt of Boo.
Okay. Now, I know it's pretty much a cliche about telling people how much you love a game and telling about your past, so I'll tell you how much I love the dang series. I love Mario. And it's pretty much my second favorite
Wait,
video game.
I have a question.
Worms was my first. Worms was my first and forever my favorite video game.
Oh yeah. Did this happen to you in real life?
Yeah, this happened to me because I love Mario, and I guess Worms was my first and forever my favorite video game.
Yeah, I know that about you. You tell me that a lot, actually.
What's your favorite worm gun?
I like the one on the cover where he has the
Like the shotgun or like the Uzis?
no, the shotgun.
Okay, that's fair. Pretty good, pretty solid pick.
It's pretty much how like I love platformers and stuff, and the fact I went through this stuff, I don't trust Mario games anymore.
Oh
I haven't
no.
played a
Oh,
Mario game in a
no.
long time. This really fucked me up.
Oh
Dude, how you play
shit.
them all the time.
One day, this
Pre-recorded?
happened, literally, this happened 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, I was here actually. It was really sad. This happened as soon as I got in
One day,
yesterday.
I was on a gaming website, and I can't tell. It doesn't exist anymore because of copyright shit. So like, why bother looking for it? That's not there.
Okay.
Where I buy my games, and I was looking for an N64 game. I had just got my N64 last week and never ever bought a game. I found many games and looked for the best. It was Super Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
I then clicked on a picture of the game. It then took me there, and I looked at the description of the game. It basically told about the plot, but I saw a text saying in the note description, new version. Someone sold a new single version of Mario 64. I was so excited I added the game to my cart and I bought it. I found it surprising that it was only $7.99.
That's
For such a game like this, would cost $29.99.
That's not even true.
I then was down when it said 15 days it would come.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry you were down.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that you were down. You should have told us about that. You know, you would have helped you out.
So the past 15 days, I have been playing Resident Evil 4 HD
Oh,
and
yeah.
Gears of War 3.
You do.
And
That's so like you. You're always playing Gears of War 3.
I was so excited to play it, thinking maybe it had enhanced graphics or bug fixes or added new stuff or models. I opened the package, opened the box, then looked at the cartridge, waiting to see the title of the cartridge. It showed the same cartridge title of Mario 64
Yeah.
as any ordinary,
Mm-hmm.
but below it said Special Edition.
Ooh.
It seemed a little odd, though, as if someone with a black marker was rushing to write it below the title of the game.
That's
So
scary.
I put the cartridge in my N64 and I agreed with the little N64 spitting, and then the title of Mario 64 came in. But Mario sounded a little bit deeper when he said, "It's me, Mario."
Good
Then
impression.
the title came up and Mario's face popped up. I started playing around with it, and one time when I pulled his ear, instead of bouncing back into place, it smacked Mario at the side. I heard a
Not at the
faint,
side.
I heard a faint "oh" from Mario, like when you see him sometimes get hurt, and then he frowned. But something made me think he was frowning at me, like he was looking directly at me, like as if he saw me. Because he normally doesn't stare at the player perfectly, and then no stars came. I stayed there for 1 minute and no stars, just a frown. I pressed start and made a new game. I chose File A, and it took me behind the castle. There was only the one boo that holds Big Boo's haunt. Must be a glitch. Especially with Special Edition. I tried to go back, like, into the castle, but it wouldn't let me. I was only greeted with text saying, the door is locked. How could the door leading behind the castle be locked?
Good question.
I decided maybe beating Big Boo's haunt might fix this. So I defeated the boo with the cage of Big Boo's haunt, but when it was fading, I could swear that I saw it crying. I went to Big Boo's haunt, and I saw a mission called Run and Suffer. It was weird how a mission in Big Boo's haunt never had a mission called Run and Suffer, so I wasn't sure what to go. And instead of the place called Big Boo's haunt, it said Haunt of Boo.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
I decided to go and was spawned in front of the mansion. I realized it looked a little different and looked way too similar to the beta model. But it had a few minor differences from both the final and beta models, like it having darker wood. I ran around the place wondering what to do, then went inside. I found a star in the middle, went to pick it up, but when Mario touched it, he like freaked out a little bit, with tiny small stuff going inside him and then fell. It was terrifying to see it.
That sounds really
As
scary.
Mario got up and seemed a little scared. A star came, but instead of exiting, nothing happened. Mario started walking and running to a door with a very long, dark hall with torches. I couldn't do anything, so I guess this was a cutscene. He then stopped and had some white stuff coming in again, as Mario was holding his stomach.
Wait a second. What?
What? Yeah, like remember he had tiny stuff going inside of him? He had white stuff going on.
I just didn't like the wording.
He then looked sick. As I could now walk. He walked slow, holding his stomach. A text sometimes appeared, as I figured it was Mario, which was odd because he never spoke in text before. And it said, my head and stomach aches badly.
Do it in a Mario
Wait,
voice.
Mario
Yeah.
My head and the stomach aches badly.
There you go. But remember, he sounds deeper than normal in this one.
Oh yeah.
As I walked, I saw a star. After
cool.
what happened before, I wasn't tempted to grab it. But I couldn't go back, so I grabbed it. Then he freaked out again, and he fell. He was pale, and white stuff came. A gigantic boot came, and it said, "Hee, silly human, ghosts can't die. Suffering is better." As it floated away, the camera, like the Lakitu, zoomed in on Mario, as he had X eyes instead of his normal ones. As it framed on his face, he started flinching. It went dark, and the text appeared saying, 45 years later. Fun fact, Mario actually does get X eyes when he dies in that game. People don't know that very much because it's only when you get poisoned.
Cool.
45 years later, it showed Mario with his hat gone.
No!
Showing white hair and darker clothes.
He's old now!
He got up, trembling, and walked out the hall. It went for 5 minutes. Then he got out the mansion and looked up and said with his actual voice, "Why making me suffer?" Which was actually the same tune from the intro when Mario 64 appeared.
What?
He then looked at me and said, "I hate you." He then fell moaning. Oh. It zoomed out, showing the map, and then it instantly showed Mario, dead with a little blood on him. But it showed that he died earlier. I did try to upload the picture, but it keeps saying not valid file type.
It's like a WebP.
After 5 seconds, it showed the map. As it said Haunt of Boo, I heard yet another faint, "I hate you," from Mario. I was frightened. I grabbed the game, I threw it outside my room, and I went outside to cool down, telling myself, it's just a hack. It's just a hack. And I looked around. And I saw my tree having a Mario hat.
What?
That's it. That's the big change.
He was real. Mario, if he real.
Then
Mario
I've been looking at the files for a week, and I found one picture. The picture was called foundyou.png.
Oh yeah, let me pull that up.
Picture. I saved
Yeah.
that on my.
Well,
computer,
I have it. Don't worry. I got it. Yeah, check this out.
Can you bring up?
Yeah, look at this. This was
Oh,
actually
yeah.
this was actually a picture from the game.
Yeah, this really happened.
This happened.
The tree is really scary. Qweave, if you look out, you can still see the hat there.
It actually
Look at
got
next to-
blown away by the wind. Just a
Got
second
blown
ago.
by the wind.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Hold on, I'm gonna come and look.
No, it's fine.
Coming in.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's gone. You can look outside, it's not there anymore.
It's right there.
I think only you can see it.
No, it's like right there.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
in the tree.
I don't see it.
It's
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh,
Come
this
over
is
here.
getting a little bit
Come
too
over here.
real.
It's
for
literally
me.
right there.
Yeah, I don't see it. I
I'm
don't know what
getting
you're...
scared.
Guys, stop it.
You're
I'm
looking
gonna-
at like,
I'm
oh,
gonna-
it's
Damn.
literally right there, dude.
Yeah, it's not there.
No, I'm like
You
serious.
could go drink some water and calm down. It's not there.
I
Like,
went outside to calm down. I just told you.
it's like dark outside, so you can't
I'm
like.
going outside.
Yeah, you can't.
going
It's dark
outside.
outside, so you can't really see it. I have to read a story. Don't go outside. No. Alright, he left. He's.
This is why.
Who's gonna get caught by
listed as
Mario?
the gaslighter.
I'm gonna kill you.
Well, I guess we've
Oh!
lost Boot for the rest of the stream because like Mario's gonna get him or something. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario's gonna get boot. I don't. He's gone. He's just gone. He's just left. He's
Yeah.
not coming back. This is a problem. Boot is going to suffer for 45 years.
I think you're right.
He's gonna turn old.
That's a real downer. It's
This,
so hard.
I think that the commitment to this is excessive.
How would you feel about old Boot, like sudden 30 age Boot?
Like he comes
12
back,
years.
he comes back into the house, and he's like fucking 80 years old now.
Yeah.
I'd be scared because I would know Mario got him. If it wasn't for that, I'd be fine with it. Here's the thing, I'm 100% sure that the commitment to this bit has led to him walking down the stairs, for like 4 flights of stairs, and like going outside, even though I can't see that he has gone outside, and there's no way I can tell that that's a
He's
thing
going
that's
to the
happened.
local bodega to purchase a Mario hat.
Probably.
He's gonna come back with a bloodied Mario hat.
This is taking so long.
I think we should just continue.
I don't want to. I have a good one up next. Up next, I have Family Guy Stewie the Satanist.
I thought you said you weren't clicking on Family Guy one.
Well, I clicked on a Family Guy one, but like it's like I don't want to like do this until Boot's back, you know, because I think that maybe it's something that'll like help him like get his mind off this Mario
Yeah,
stuff.
Boot does love that little baby Stewie.
He loves little baby Stewie because little baby Stewie's gay. That's
He
mostly it. Yeah, he's gay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think Boot's back. I heard the door open.
It was literally there.
Huh?
It was out there. It was like literally out there.
All right. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, champ. I have. Yeah. Did you take a picture?
No. Should I go back out?
No, don't
my
fucking go
God.
back out.
I'll
Jesus
go back out,
Christ!
don't worry, I'm leaving.
Please don't. Actually, don't. I'll be mad if you go. I have a story I have to tell. This did not happen to me, by the way. This is a secondhand account. This didn't happen to me. This is Family Guy, Stewie the Satanist.
Do we this?
My name is Tyler Winslow, and I've always been a huge fan of Family Guy. This is like 4 stories that have started with this exact
Yep.
setup. Actually, every story has started with this setup. I love Peter, Chris, Louis, Stewie, and even Meg.
Louis?
I love. What is your name, Louis?
Lois.
I love Quagmire, Joe, and Cleveland. They're all my favorite characters. I even dressed up as Peter Griffin for Halloween one time. But on that Halloween, something fateful happened. Something I'll never forget.
Oh man.
After I got home from taking my kids trick-or-treating, they were dressed up as Meg and Chris, Peter's kids. I went upstairs to my room and turned on the tube. I browsed through channels until I found something very interesting on the TV guide. There was a special episode of Family Guy on. I knew I had to watch it, so I turned the channel onto Family Guy. The classic Family Guy theme song played, but I noticed something. Stewie was angry. He looked infuriated, like he does when he's trying to kill Lewis, or
Stop saying Lewis. You're not Lois.
or when his bear Rupert is being threatened. I don't know. I thought Rupert died in the. I think Rupert died. I think Brian killed Rupert in the show.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How do you kill a stuffed bear?
I was a little uncomfortable about this, but it was fine. Then the title screen came up. It said, Stewie the Satanist. This sounded like a fairly typical Family Guy episode to me, so I watched on. And honestly, it was a fairly typical Family Guy episode. There were funny jokes and a healthy dose of classic Peter moments. I always loved and related to Peter, but then things changed.
That's a bad thing. That's a really bad thing.
It cut to Stewie's bedroom. There was a pentagram on the floor. He cut his hand open,
Oh my god, Stewie, no.
and blood fell onto the pentagram. What's Stewie sound like? I have to do like a Stewie voice.
Brian.
Oh shit.
Stewie.
That's a damn these people. Can you say damn these people in a Stewie voice?
Damn these people.
Alright, no, can you say
That sounds like Vegeta.
yeah, can you say Satan give me the power to finally kill them in a Stewie voice?
That's too many words.
Satan, give me the power to finally kill them!
That's not Stewie.
His eyes
Yeah,
turned
that was
red,
Vegeta. You actually were trying to do Vegeta now.
and the screen went black. What followed was terrifying. Stewie stumbled through the house and his eyes were red. He had his ray gun. He shot Meg, and then he shot Chris.
Oh my god.
They both screamed and it felt almost real, like they had killed my children. I'm sorry, like he had killed my children. Then he got out a knife, and he found Brian. I never really liked Brian, so when he stabbed Brian, I didn't care that much, but when he finally got to Lewis, I was terrified. Sorry, I'm not trying to say Lewis. I just keep...
Lewis?
It's spelled... What?
Are you just accidentally saying Lewis?
It is spelled as Lewis. Louis.
Okay, so it is spelled Lewis.
That is wrong. Oh boy.
I started crying as he shot her. Finally, I killed that woman, he said. But he wasn't done. I could see it in his red eyes. Peter was cowering in the corner and crying. Stewie, you killed all my family. Why? Stewie lurched towards him. Shut up, fat man. I'm going to enjoy this. He hit Peter with his fist. Peter screamed a realistic scream, then he hit him again, and again, and again.
This reminds me of the time.
He brutally beat Peter to death with his bare hands. So brutally that by the time he was done, there was nothing left of Peter except for a red stain on the ground. At this point, I was crying, still wearing my Peter costume. It felt like Stewie had really permanently killed Peter. I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Stewie started walking to the camera, and the screen went black again. Directed by Seth MacFarlane showed up, and the credits played. But instead of music playing, it just played Peter and his family screams. Then Stewie Griffin's face showed up, with red eyes, and it said, "You're next." I was so scared that I turned the TV off, but then I heard loud screams from downstairs. I ran downstairs as fast as I could, and what I saw changed my life. Stewie was in the kitchen. He was real. Sorry. No,
Is that the end?
I was holding it together, but then as soon as I heard one giggle and Stewie was real, I Sorry. He had red eyes and his ray gun. And next to him were the bodies of my kids. I see you, Peter.
This is a parrot?
I'm sorry. It said earlier that it was Halloween. He was taking his kids trick-or-treating. I have to get my Vegeta voice ready. I'm my Stewie voice ready. I see you, Peter. Now I'll kill you, said Stewie. I was afraid, but I endured. I saw what happened to Peter in the show when he tried to cower. I charged Stewie, and I hit him as hard as I could, but he wasn't affected at all. You imbecile! I can't be killed with the power of Satan on my side! Suddenly, it all made sense. The ritual Stewie did, the episode's name, the red eyes. I knew what I had to do. I put my hands together, and I started praying. I prayed for dear life. I prayed for God to strike Stewie down. Stop! What are you doing, fat man? No! No! Stewie screamed as he crumbled to dust. I sighed and wiped the sweat off my brow. I had one today. The next day, I was sitting on the couch, watching Family Guy as usual, when I heard a knock at the door. I got up to answer it, and at the door was... Is this a Christian creepypasta? Sorry. And at the door was all of the Griffin family. With red eyes. Time to die, they said. The end?
Okay.
How many pumpkins is that?
That was really scary. That poor man.
That was
like
I think 5 out of 5 pumps.
that was like 4 pumpkins.
That was, I think, 4 to 5 pumps.
That was too
Like,
scary.
not even a question. That was 4 to 5 pumpkins out of 10.
I was really quaking over here.
If
Past
Stewie
4
was
out of 5 pumpkins out of 10?
yeah, 4 out of 5 in general. No.
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that wasn't about me. That was about whatever the fucking guy said his name was.
Yeah, Qweave is not a father.
Mm-mm. Show that kid. His kids died and he's at a funeral. The next thing was his family.
And he still likes Family Guy.
Well, I think that it's like the Kirby one, where it was like a demon the whole time, so it was fine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it wouldn't bring up... I'd imagine watching Family Guy wouldn't bring up any bad memories, you know, considering his children were killed by Stewie.
That was Family Guy Stewie the Satanist.
That was wonderful. That was classic. Instant classic.
Instant classic.
What was that?
What?
Oh, I thought I heard something.
I don't know what you heard.
Great.
It was probably Mario running around outside trying to get you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I actually,
luck, though.
yeah, I can't hear it, but yeah, you're insane. You're like your brain's
say
fucked
that.
up because of Mario.
Don't say that. It's gonna freak me out.
Mario's hat's not on the fucking tree.
It's in
Oh
the
my god,
tree.
Boo, did you hear that?
Don't say that, Noel.
Wait, why are you hearing it, Noel?
Oh, mamma mia.
What do you mean I'm a bat? I have really good hearing.
Mhm,
Okay, that
true.
makes sense. You are both bats.
Speaking of Noel,
Maybe it's a bad thing.
it's your turn to read a scary story.
Speaking of Noel, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Time to read a story.
All right. This one's called... Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Flappy Bird.
Oh no.
Oh, God! Sorry.
Flappy Bird. I play it on my phone. Ding, ding, ding. I die. My best score is only a 10. Can you believe it? I've been up for a while yelling, I will win! It doesn't work. My fingers and arms hurt for helping that fucking bird get through those damn pipes. Everyone else can get to 30, 50, 65 pipes and more, while I'm only able to go through 10 pipes.
That's pathetic.
I want to stop playing, but something in my brain just keeps telling me, play some more, and you'll win. What a liar it was. I kept failing.
You can't. I
Why
don't
do
know
I
if you know
keep-
this, Noel. You can't win Flappy Bird.
This is actually why the Flappy Bird guy took it off the App Store. It was too addicting.
Yeah.
That's what this guy was dealing with. Or did this happen to you?
Yeah, this did happen to me.
Okay,
I love
I'm
Flappy
sorry.
Bird.
This girl, is the reason.
Yep. And why do I keep failing? Is there a reason to this game? Is there an explanation I failed to see? I continue to play this game, and losing is what I'm able to do best at this fucking game.
Oh my god!
I keep
Chill
having
out.
recurring nightmares of me playing the game. I love Flappy Bird. I don't know what you want me to fucking say.
Whenever I see you, you are playing it.
Yeah. I keep having recurring nightmares of me playing the game for so long, the screen turns into this awful blurred image that I can't make heads or tails of. I don't know how I could show you, but I'll find some way. Oh, and by the way, here's the image I saw in my nightmare.
Are you posting it somewhere?
Yeah, I dug through my old Android phone and I found this screenshot.
Oh,
I
hold
took
on.
in
Oh
movie.
shit. Let me save this and
Yeah.
get this on stream so everybody can see it real fast. It's cool that you got a picture of the nightmare that you have about Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I'm
I
really
don't
good
know
at
how you did that.
Yeah, that's
I'm-
crazy.
I'm good at it.
It's just called. All right, hold on. Yeah, this. Oh wow, that's fucking scary.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Every day since I started to play that game, my hands and arms started to weaken.
It's
There
called
was one
carpal
point
tunnel.
There was one point where I couldn't feel my arms for 2 days. But during that time, the only thing that kept my arms at its regular pace was playing that game. I couldn't understand 1 second and my arms were numb. But when I play that game, my arms feel totally fine. After weeks of constantly playing that game, my
God.
entire body became weak to its lowest point.
I
My
think
eyes
you-
tear up constantly from staring at that screen, and
Oh
I'm
my
starting to
God.
vomit and cough up blood.
Oh my god.
I haven't gone to the ER because I need to tell you the tale, chat. I'll be at it as soon as the stream is over.
You're gonna
I'm
stick
starting to
around
hear-
after you finish reading this?
I'm
instead of
starting to
going?
hear constant dings here and there. It's as if the game is tormenting me. I am not going to keep playing this much longer. Or at least, that's what I want. But I just can't stop playing. I'm not eating and not going to school because I dropped out every single day I'm absent. I've been sent countless phone calls, all of which I fail to answer. I can't stop playing it. It doesn't matter if I've missed a month of school already. What happened to me? Why am I enticed to play this game over and over again?
It's good.
Is there something I did wrong? My vision is becoming weak. And I can't hear as well as before either.
Jesus
My phone
Christ.
freezes as I get close to a good score, or when I get a good score like 28.
I thought you could only get to
jumps down
10. No.
I
Fuck.
might be repeating the same thing over and over. But how am I going to explain to you? When I cough, blood comes out.
Yeah, you said that.
Is
Is that the end?
Is it because I have not eaten that much? Or my body becoming weak? The one thing that boggles my mind is why I'm so weak and sick. I'm starting to see things I can't explain, like dark or gray shadows walking around. Something happened yesterday. The power went out, and yet my phone and its internet still worked. The shadows are fading, and I don't see them anymore. My mom told me to brush my teeth. I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, and
Wait.
saw my teeth were yellow, and my skin was gray. I brushed my teeth quickly.
You
With that
haven't,
over, I wondered, what was going to happen to my skin? What sin?
you haven't been to school in a month, and your mom
In a
was just
month.
like, "Go brush your teeth."
Yeah,
Well, it's like what they say. Like, it's better to half-ass something than to not ass it at all.
true.
Mm-hmm.
I have insomnia because of that damn game. I get tired every day.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
So, after 1 full month of being absent from her school,
Winston?
the police arrived at Noelle's house to investigate.
Winston!
Upon entering the house, a foul stench was apparent, and the police were suspecting a murder. Upon further investigation, Jason's body was, Noel's body was found. Her eyes were deep.
Don't
And
misgender
there was a
yourself.
small puddle of tears around her face. On her lap was an iPhone with only one application installed. That application was Flappy Bird.
Don't even have like iMessage installed.
Well,
No
thank you for
connection.
telling us, Winston.
You're welcome. No connection between the phone and Noel's death was made until they had discovered this journal. Some pages were ripped out. Note the abrupt ending. This prompted the police to contact the creator of Flappy Bird. And on February 9th, Flappy Bird was removed from the App Store due to this incident.
Oh shit, that's why it happened.
Oh.
Damn, that's crazy.
Made by,
That's a
what's
good
up
one.
guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But you got better.
Yeah, I got better.
Okay. I was wondering if like
That's good.
Winston was gonna like just fill in for
Actually,
you.
I showed up again, back to life, healthy after Flappy Bird was removed.
What's it? It was
They found your body, but it was perfectly alive.
It
was
became
normal.
better. It became better, yeah. It was like a curse.
That's awesome. I give that. You know
How
what?
could I write a journal if my arms could work? Well, the human body is capable of amazing things.
So I think that one had like a happy ending ultimately because Flappy Bird got removed from the App Store, so nobody could no one could fall victim to the Flappy Bird curse again. So I give it like a 1 out of 5 pumpkins because it had a hopeful tone at the end.
That doesn't make it any less.
Well, but we
serious.
also know that Noel was fine.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Yeah, so like that means that
Or
nothing.
am I?
Oh shit. I think that makes it like that kind of diffuses the scare a little bit because it's not because you know that Noel was fine and Flappy Bird's gone
You
now.
don't look.
That's
I
why
feel fine.
I think like what would be scary is if you did a sequel story where you buy Flappy Bird, like an iPhone that has Flappy Bird installed from eBay, and you like play
Okay,
it.
actually,
and
hold on. I'm gonna look up how much that is.
You could just use like APK shit to get it. I think
If
also.
you
But
do
put an
that, it's
iPhone
going to kill you.
Yeah, you will
If
die.
you do that, you're gonna die again.
Don't go back, Noel.
$1,000.
Well, if you spend $1,000 on that, and then it'll get here in 15 days, and you can play Resident Evil 4 HD and Gears of War 3 while you're waiting. So
True.
it's kind of a dub,
But you never
ultimately.
know. Then Mario might be after you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you gotta watch out for that.
By the way, I took a photo of the fucking hat, but now Discord is telling me that the photo is too big to share.
Oh fuck! You gotta get Discord Nitro.
Yeah, it's making me buy Discord Nitro because I took in my fucking iPad.
That's because Mario is a big stakeholder in Discord.
Here, I'm sending you Qweave.
Fucking god. All right. Well, synth. What do you got for us?
I've got
I showed you on
another,
Telegram.
another great little story about my wonderful little life.
Yeah. Oh, this happened to you again.
Yeah, this happened to me. I call this one.
There's no
the
Mario
Tsune.
hat in this fucking picture.
It's
Hold
right
on.
there.
Can I put this on stream real fast? Actually, I can't. I can't put this on stream.
You
But
can put that on stream. It's fine.
no, because if I fucking open any apps on your fucking terrible computer, then the mic will disconnect. So we'll just tell us your story, Synth. What happened to you?
This is a little story I like to call deathsunemiku.exe.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yeah.
This
So-
is actually really sad because if you remember last year, you did have to experience the events of Hatsune Death Coup. So
Yeah, I
this,
should have been more on top of this.
yeah, you just kind of let it happen again.
And, so I was always a big fan of Hatsune Miku. The blue-haired girl from Vocaloid.
Yeah, I know her.
Well, anyway, one day I was just browsing the internet, left a YouTube tab on listen to some Hatsune Miku songs. I was just doing some college work on Photoshop, and we had to design a DVD cover, so I thought I would put Hatsune Miku on it. So I went to Google Images, and I searched Hatsune Miku.
Cool.
Hundreds of pictures came up. So it was to just choose one. Eventually, I saw a pretty cool one, so I clicked it,
Okay.
and it brought me straight to the website, and I
Sick.
saved the picture. When I went to close the tab, before I did, I saw a little advertisement. It was an advertisement for a virtual Hatsune Miku for your desktop,
Oh, cool.
in which you can chat with. I thought it sounded pretty cool, so I clicked on it and downloaded it. The estimated download time was 2 hours, so I just finished off my college work.
You do have bad internet. That's like a known thing about
Yeah,
you.
this happens to me a lot.
Yeah. It's like 5 kilobytes actually.
When I checked the download, I had seen that it was completed. So I unzipped the folder, and there was 4 files. README, image_0674 instructions and datsunemiku.exe.
It was just called that.
Yeah. I didn't think anything about it. It just seemed normal.
Okay.
I did ignore the README file, but I clicked on the
Oof.
image. It had been the image I just saved, but I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just a coincidence. I clicked the instructions, but it wouldn't open no matter how many times I would click on it. And when I saw the last file, I didn't really think too much into it. I figured it was just the developer's code name or something. I'm a programmer. I name stuff like this all the time.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So I opened it and installed it. It took about 3 minutes. I opened up the new program and Miku popped up on my screen and said, "Hello, what is your name?" in her computerized voice, which I'm not going to try to imitate.
Hello, what is your name?
Hello, what is your name?
Ignoring you.
Whoa, was that Hatsune Miku?
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind.
A text box then popped up so I could reply. So I typed in Synth, which is my real legal name.
Mm-hmm.
She replied, "Hello, Synth. It's nice to meet you, Ni-chan." I thought this was pretty cool because when I wasn't talking to her, she would just walk around my desktop and interact with some icons.
Awesome. It's
So
really
after a
cool.
few hours of doing more college work and chatting with Miku, I decided I would go to bed. So I typed, "Good night, Miku," and she replied, "You can't leave me, Ni-chan. I need you."
Oh,
But I was
fuck.
exhausted, so I just clicked on the X on the program and turned off my laptop.
Ooh, big mistake.
No, it was fine. The next day, I took my laptop and got on the bus for college, I guess.
Got on the big yellow school bus that goes to college.
At lunch break at college, I decided to go to the library and do some other work for college. So
Lunch break.
I turned on my
Then we
laptop.
had nap time. We got to go
Let's
play on the
play
jungle
on
gym. It's so fun.
Recess.
I like playing on the tilt-a-whirl at the playground. It's so fun at college.
Oh my god. I turned on my laptop and I put on my headphones so I could listen to music and not disturb others, as a normal person would do.
Mm-hmm.
When my laptop started up, I saw the icons on my desktop, and they were scattered all over the screen. So I put them back in their original place. After I'd done that, Hatsune Miku popped up on my screen and said, "You left me." So I typed in, "Sorry, I was just really tired." And she said, "Yes, you should be sorry, Synth."
Oh wow.
I just replied, "Haha," and she laughed, and then the program crashed. I opened up Microsoft Word so I could write up a report that was due.
Yeah.
I was typing away, and then I heard Miku laugh again, and she popped up once more. "I will always be here, Ni-chan."
Oh fuck.
I typed to her saying I was busy, and she replied, "Let me help," and she started to type about me, saying how I'm her Ni-chan, and how she was upset that I left her. I tried to backspace everything, but it wouldn't let me. It actually started to annoy me, and I typed to her to stop, and she just laughed at me again. I had no choice but to shut down my laptop, so I moved my cursor over the start button. When I got close, it looked as if my cursor was getting pulled back. So I just pressed the Windows button. And then I noticed my computer name was Datsune-ni.
Oh shit. She took your computer over?
Oh,
This
fuck.
confused me, and I stared at it just a little longer to make sure I wasn't actually seeing things. Then Miku laughed once more, but louder this time. "You can't leave me this time." And then my shutdown button disappeared. When this happened, I was just like so annoyed because I was thinking to myself, "Damn, I downloaded a virus."
Damn. Not again.
I went
Well,
to add
fuck.
remove programs to delete it, hoping it would do something. And as I got closer to the file to delete, Miku would cry and beg me not to do it.
Oh no.
Then she said if I did, I would regret it. But I deleted it anyway. Finally, it was off my computer.
Oh cool.
After a few days passed and I was on YouTube, I decided to listen to some more Miku. I clicked on a new video recently uploaded, and the picture was of the other Vocaloids dead.
All of them?
I just assumed it was some gruesome fan art. Yeah, all of them.
Wow.
Every other.
Damn. That's a lot.
After a while, I noticed the picture was appearing on almost every Miku video, either as the thumbnail or the only picture in the video. Suddenly, I heard a voice. It was quiet. It said, "Soon, It sounded like Miku, but I just thought it was part of the video I had on. I checked the time on my computer and it said 50.0N, which was weird because I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. It looked as if it had spelled soon. Then the 5 changed to a 4. Then a minute later, 3. Another minute, 2. Another minute, 1. After one more minute, the clock changed to --::. And
Okay.
then Miku popped up on my screen.
No
You
way.
left me, she said again.
Oh my god.
I was going mad because I had deleted it and was messing with my computer and said, "What the hell? I deleted this!" So out loud she responded, "You can never delete me, Ni-chan." Then her eyes turned fully black. I was just silent for a while, and then on my screen popped up, "Delete System 32?" And I clicked no, and then said, "Are you sure?" So I clicked yes, but it kept coming back up, and Miku said, "You can't escape it. Things are going to change, Synth." I texted my friend Jamie, who's good with computers, to help me out.
Oh, yeah.
But when he came
Cool.
over, there was nothing wrong with the laptop. He said I should just get out more and laughed. He went home, and I thought maybe Miku was finally gone. Everything seemed back to normal. The clock, my name on the computer, the "Are you sure" box wasn't popping up anymore. The picture all over the YouTube videos was gone. I was happy.
Yay!
Jamie did tell me to touch grass. It was really insulting.
Bitch,
Anyway,
dude, no wonder you never talk about it.
Your friend Jamie
I don't
sucks.
talk to Jamie anymore.
I understand. If this shit happened to me, I'd be pissed off.
Later that night, I felt like watching a movie, so I watched Bruce Almighty. I got to the part where I got the power plays, but it was Miku singing it.
Oh, tight. That's awesome.
I sat up with a shocked look on my face. The movie froze, and I heard Miku's voice again. "I told you, you won't lose me." My laptop started to overheat, and she said again, "I'm going to be here. I am forever going to be here. The time is now." My phone rang, and it gave me a little jump, but I answered it. It was Jamie, and he asked if I was on his computer, and I said no. Why? And he told me it was filled with Hatsune Miku pictures on his desktop. I told him again that I wasn't, and there was no way I could have been. Miku laughed again, and the phone signal died. "I am infectious," she said, and then screamed. It was a blood-curdling scream. It made me sick to my stomach. I didn't know what to do. Something odd happened then. Vincent's theme song from Final Fantasy VII started.
Okay. Cool.
"This is from your favorite game, isn't it, Synth?" I had the file on my computer, but was still shocked she played it. I sat there in silence. "Answer me!" she shouted. "You coward, answer me!" I went to type yes on my laptop, but she said, "No, say it out loud." So I said yes out loud. "You are a slave to me," she said.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My phone rang again. My ringtone had changed to Melt, which was a Hatsune Miku song.
Okay.
I missed the call as it didn't ring very long. I saw a missed call from Miku, and it freaked me out. I checked my contact list so I could call Jamie, but all the names on my phone were either Miku or Hatsune. I took the battery out of the phone and then threw the phone on the floor. Miku made the blood-curdling scream again, then disappeared. Miku didn't show on my computer again after that.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how she infected my phone, but then I remembered I connected my phone via a USB to put a couple songs on it, so it must have been around then.
Like in the middle of this, you were like, I gotta put fucking Hatsune Miku songs on my phone.
Listen, I know I'm having this weird experience with Miku, but I gotta listen to my Miku.
She played the Final Fantasy VII song, and you're like, oh shit, we saved that.
Yeah, that's tight as hell. Nice song, Miku.
I haven't turned on the phone since, because I took the battery out. Miku never appeared again.
Okay.
I deleted all the Miku songs and pictures and other Miku-related things from my computer, and I swore myself I would never listen to Miku again. I failed. So, you know, such is life.
But it didn't matter. Miku didn't. Miku didn't show up again. Yeah, Miku didn't.
I know
show
that
up
wasn't
again.
the real Miku.
That was Deathsune Miku. That's a different character. Is that the end of the story?
Yeah. What else? What do you want me to say? She went away.
I don't know. I just kind of expect for stories to end with like, and then I died.
Yeah.
Or like Jamie died or something. Like Jamie
Jamie
died of
gave me that.
cancer at some point.
You just
Yeah, I don't
left.
know. Maybe Mikri
Jamie
started
left.
bothering Jamie instead of me. And that's
Yeah,
why we
well,
didn't talk anymore.
Jamie's all on. Yeah, Niku got on Jamie's computer, so.
She screamed at you, said that you can never leave, infected your phone,
And
then
left.
the second time and left.
Yeah.
She got bored.
Well, she either got stuck on my phone or got stuck on Jamie's computer, you say.
How many pumpkins was that story? I'm gonna give that like a 1 out of 5 pumpkins.
That's a 1
Yeah,
out of
that was
5.
a-
Why?
that's a 1
That
out of 5
bullshit.
These are all
Ah.
very scary things that have happened to me for real in real life, and I don't
Well,
appreciate you
I feel like
lambasting
that's the thing though. It's not that I'm lambasting
really-
them. It's that like the reality of it is like to some might make
Really
it
dropped the ball
scarier.
at the end.
It's like to
You're being a
some
baby sim.
to some the fact that it's real may make it scarier, but like inherently less can happen if something really happened. Like you can't have like Stewie Griffin turn real in real life. So
I thought you said that was just a second-hand account. Did that actually happen?
no, that may have been a story. I'm not sure. There wasn't. I couldn't find any news reports about it.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I got a story for you.
Do you?
I got a story for you. I got a good story for you.
All right.
Have you ever thought that there was
No.
something that the creators of Chuck E. Cheese were hiding from all of us?
Actually, yeah, absolutely. Those guys are fucked up.
Or have you ever found something to be off about the plays?
Mm-hmm.
Even the creepy robotic mascots that danced on stage?
Yep.
I didn't,
Oh.
until I found out the truth about Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
It all began on the first time I had ever visited the place. I was around like 5 or 6.
Did this happen
So
to you
of
in
course
real
I
life?
was, yeah, I was really excited. to
Okay,
go.
just checking.
All the commercials of like kids eating pizza and shit, running around without a care in the world, arcade games, playing in the structure. It made me almost get down on my hands and knees to plead and beg my mom to take me. After finally getting her to break, she took me. And I was the happiest kid in the whole world. My mom drove just a few hours before in the evening, so maybe like 4:30 or so. I almost knocked over the woman at the door who gave you the little stamp on the hand.
That's
Running
rude.
out of my mom, busted through the doors like a maniac child. Eventually I was stamped and literally screeching as I ran around to all the games and play sets. After a bit, I stumbled to a game like Whack-A-Mole, but with sharks, right by the staff-only room.
Love that one.
That
One
was
shark
fun.
whacking minute later, I'd won the game.
What?
Before I could squeal in success and collect my tickets, my ears caught the sound. Something very strange going on in the staff-only room. I could hear someone say, Test 15 on mutated rat results in angered behavior such as throwing desk and scientist at wall. I then began to wonder what in the world they could be talking about. Maybe they were making a new game? Being so young, I had no idea at all what was actually going on there. Being curious and feeling a bit interested, I pressed myself against the door and listened as carefully as a 6-year-old could. I could hear them snapping at each other, things like, "What are we gonna do with this beast?" and "Get away from me!" A mumbled
Oh,
shout
man.
poured over whoever was in there and replied with a louder, "We can't just kill that thing, it's a beast version of our mascot!"
What?
The talking stopped. I blinked for a second and pressed myself closer on the door. I quickly realized that this was going to be a very bad mistake. As the door opened from my weight against it, I slipped in, going from leaning against the door to falling flat in my face on the ground of the staff room. Immediately, footsteps trampled over me, hands grabbing at my arms.
Oh
I
my
was out like
God.
a light in a few seconds. I didn't know how the hell they did that. I woke up slowly, my eyes heavy, my body weak, in some kind of interrogation room.
I'm
tall
sorry
man.
this happened to you. This is horrible.
A tall man with a serious expression, wearing the cleanest white lab coat I'd ever seen, began walking to me out of the blue, like he knew I'd be awake. His voice was deep, and it was scratchy from what I could tell when he began to speak. You know, don't you? You know, he said. I was a 6-year-old, half knocked out at Chuck E. Cheese, so I didn't know what they expected from me. I babbled out for a second, letting my tongue function correctly. What? I replied dumbly, blinking hazily. He grabbed my arm, making the static feeling intensify somehow. He pulled me a bit, making me whine. though I quickly shut my toddler trap when a loud bang on the door echoed throughout the room. Naturally, me being so young and clueless, I screamed, thrashing around. The man let go of me and snapping at me to shut my mouth. Forgetting about almost everything, I slipped out of my chair. I kicked my legs. Going to the corner of the room, I screamed again, banging my foot against something, making a loud metal clang against my foot. I twisted around and whined down an air vent. I kicked it again out of scared, hot anger. With another loud scream and clang, the metal front popped off, again, letting out a shriek when I heard the man stomping towards me out of the noise of clawing metal and banging. I scooted inside, spitting at him. I was scared half to death. I mean, what was I doing here? Where was my mom? He swiped from him, but quickly pulled his hand back. There was another loud bang. Then the man just stepped back. Using my tiny little hands, I grabbed the air vent's door and pulled it away, pressing on the door. Just in time, a piercing hiss was followed with a shout from the stranger and the loudest bang on the door. I crawled back, scooting back into the vent. I had to leave. Even being young, I knew I was in that much trouble. I hastily turned around with a bit of a struggle, slowly crawling down the air vent. A loud, manly scream echoed down through the vent, being followed by more. They were in unison with the sound of cracking and tearing, which I now know was the flesh and bone of the stranger.
Oh my god.
All right.
I got out as fast as I could. A small light was around the corner a few minutes, and I stomped on it. The opening of the vent easily popped open. They weren't paying attention to how these things were screwed on, huh? My feet stumbled as I climbed out, but were soon trampling to where I saw my mom last, and she was still there with a worried expression on her face.
Okay.
I ran to her, holding her tight. My eyes were now glazed with hot, wet tears. I just wanted to go home. I wanted to go home. I want to go home, I whined and cried. My mother gave me a strange look, but put a finger on my cheek. You must be tired, sweetheart, she cooed, picking me up. I clenched my small fist, holding tightly onto her shirt. We walked out that building, me being oh so lovingly carried to the car, the distant whir of sirens in the distance becoming a bit louder, and police cars pulled into the large parking lot and skidded to a halt in front of the once amazing and fun Chuck E. Cheese. My mother ran to the car and quickly buckled me in my car seat. A couple hours later, home and safe, that night I walked out of my room to get some water before I went to bed.
Dude, if Chuck E.
A
Cheese was
habit
there.
Of me trying to procrastinate so I didn't have to sleep. And my mom was watching the news. The reporter was talking about some kind of mutated rat coming out of Chuck E. Cheese and disappearing down the alleyways. So what happened to the real Chuck E. Cheese? God only knows.
Okay.
I will never, and I repeat never, go into any damn Chuck E. Cheese for as long as I live.
I'm sorry you went
There you
through
go.
that.
It was terrible. It was horrifying. It
Yeah,
was
that's-
actually horrifying.
That's horrible. That's really
Every
traumatic.
single Chuck E. Cheese has a lab in the back.
Yeah, they're all making Chuck E. Cheese in real life.
They're making real Chuck E. Cheeses back
They're
there.
making chunky cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
That
This
was,
is them
you know
making-
what? That was a 5 out of 5 pumpkin. That's horrible.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, okay, so the real things that happen to me aren't, but the real
No,
things
they're
that happen to food are.
You never had
I
a
had-
mutant rat show up.
I got
I had an
like
evil Hatsune Miku infection.
Yeah, nothing happened though.
you love Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, you should have been happy about that.
She came in your computer and gave you Hatsune Miku songs.
Yeah.
Like that's all that happened. I got fucking kidnapped by a lab coat man. I had to
Mhm.
crawl through a vent, bro.
And now you love crawling through vents. I don't know what the big deal is.
I do like crawling through vents now.
That's like
But I
how
don't- I
when
don't
something like
Chuck E. Cheese.
traumatizes you, so you sort of like have a fond association with it later in
Yeah.
life. Well, I have something that happened to me too. I have a. Can I have to say I have some really short ones here.
Okay.
So I might have to do a couple, but I do have one thing that did happen to me that I want to tell you about.
Okay.
This is the story of the 1-cent computer.
Of the what?
Okay.
So one day, right? I'm not even gonna lie. I walked down the street, and you want to know what I found?
What?
I found an old garage sale. There was lots of stuff in it, mostly laptops and stuff. They were all only 1 cent each. I had over $250 in my wallet at the time, so I bought everything, not knowing what was going on. As my neighbors helped me unpack my stuff, one of the laptops turned on. The neighbor said, "Oops!" Then he turned it off, not knowing it was possessed. All of the computers were plugged in. Some of the best, my favorites, a HP Pavilion, an old E-Machine, a new Acer, and the one I was most happy about, the Alienware laptop. There were hundreds more, but I hadn't plugged them in yet, so I went to bed, forgetting about the exhausting day. 2 hours later, I woke up from a blood-curdling scream. But the strange thing, all the computers were plugged in, all 25,500 of them, all around my house. Then I saw blood prints. As I was following them, it led to my porch. Outside, there was the computer dealer body. There was letter drawn by blood. It said, "1 cent is not enough." I was horrified, so I looked for my house phone. It was plugged into the wall instead of on the desk. I didn't care. I called 911. Then I got a voice message which said, "1 cent will always pay you back." Then I heard another scream. It sounded like one of my neighbors, so I ran to get my iPhone 4S. But it was in a Debian-like screen. It said 1 cent will always watch your back. But then I saw that all my computers were turned on, faced toward me. One of the Acers jumped in front and went to a screen. It looked like it had widgets like Windows Vista, except it had Windows XP like start menu / taskbar, later discovered as Windows Longhorn. Then, all 25,500 computers swarmed up, all plugged in. Some had card readers, other had USBs, some were Macs, some were Alienware, others were Dell. Then I saw a laptop dragging a bloody corpse with its hearts and organs carved out, with flies around the corpse. Then wires started coming out. Then I saw a thumping heart exposed in the E-Machine. Then wires started coming up, and an error said, "You're next." One of them had a picture of a cat that says, "I can has your heart." The picture had a cat with gray fur, but the cat's eyes had bloods coming out. Also, the Max got the Finder windows up with a red Finder, but there was blood pouring from his nose and mouth. I saw that the old E-Machine had a picture of a troll on it, and I felt sorry for the troll for some reason, because he had spikes separating his lips from his mouth and his brain exposed. As I tried to run for the door, the computers had a wall charger which was standing upright like a snake. Then my power went out, and then the computers moved out of the way as the server dragged itself out with blood all over it. Yeah, like the troll face, I think. I think it was talking about the troll face. I mean, I saw the troll face. This happened to me. The computer's tower shot a disc right at me. It missed. After that, my dog came in curious of what's going on. The computer tower shot another disc, and my dog got chopped in half.
Okay.
I saw that the computers all got blue screens except for the computers with Linux and Mac. The computers started to get sparks, and sadly, all my new computers around the house caught on fire and exploded. I like that it says, "but sadly." Like the computers are trying to kill him actively. But I really don't want them to break.
I think you should never buy something for 1 cent.
Yeah, this is a lesson to everybody. Do not buy discounted computer parts.
But when I thought it was all over, the burnt circuit stood up together and acted like a dog with the sound and tackled me, and said 1 cent is enough to kill. Then wires started popping up and stabbed my skin, and the computer circuit said 1 cent is not enough to buy me. As I walked down the street, I found an old... Oh, it just starts... It just loops the story.
What?
The story just repeats itself. As I walked down the street, I found an old garage sale. There was lots of stuff in it, mostly laptops and stuff. They were all only 1 cent each.
Is the whole thing?
It's just the whole story like 3 times in a row. I thought it was longer.
Well,
anyways, that happened to me. The computer...
Why did you repeat it 3 times?
Well, like, because I was scared. It's okay, because I do have one other story for you. Really fast. This one's only 1 paragraph long, okay?
Okay.
This is called My Pet Grandpa. My Pet Grandpa by Bucky Butler. Recantation, which is a belief of when we die, we come back in another form here on Earth. I don't want to believe that when we come back, we forget our pervious lives. So, like my pervious theory of why we can't understand animals, what if, though, we don't go to an afterlife, but come to Earth as a wild animal or a pet with our memories intact? Think about it. Animals seem to have similar personalities traits as people who... So, could our pets actually be someone who died and came back in a new life? If you're a Hindu, this isn't anything new to you. That was my pet grandpa.
Oh, true.
Okay.
How many pumpkins do you give my pet grandpa?
1 out of 5. I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be hilarious with a name like My Pet Grandpa.
It had nothing to do with my pet grandpa.
There was never a grandpa.
I have one. This is one last one. This is last one. It's a paragraph long, and this is actually about me too. This is about Miss Bloody Carrie. Yep. Miss Bloody Carrie is a best friend of Jeff's, Ben Drowned, and Slender Man. If you hear a sound in your kitchen, don't go in there. She'll cut your eyes out and give them to Smile Dog to eat them. If you say this in the mirror, Carrie, Carrie, come with me for darkness you may speak. She'll appear and take you with her in the mirror to hell, and you'll be sorry. Parentheses, Carrie loves Jeff the Killer. Carrie can be found in woods and kitchens. That was by Mr. Creepypasta.
That's pretty good.
That fucking sucked.
No, that was about me.
I give that one
He's scarier.
I'm glad somebody wrote about you.
Yeah, I'm always in woods and kitchens.
You are in woods and kitchens.
You know this about me.
Those are the two places.
Get in my kitchen, make it true.
You haven't said the thing in the mirror yet, so I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Please?
No.
Please?
No. I want to hear what
Let me
Noel's
get you
next
this
story
one.
is. I'm gonna get a Coca-Cola Zero.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do. I'm not. I want to hear Noel's story.
You're not?
I'm not. I'm fine. I have water. I'm fucking hydrated and listening to my favorite music.
Why did you say you were gonna get a Coke Zero?
I changed my mind.
You changed your mind?
I already had one today. I'm fine. I don't need another fucking Coke Zero. I'm good. I changed my damn mind. I want to hear a new story.
Okay.
So, this thing that happened to me is I'm titling this experience 5 Nights at Freddy's 5 Nightmares.
Oh,
5 of
fuck.
them.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Did this happen to you?
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
actually.
shit. Man, this sucks. We all have terrible lives. Except for
Yeah,
Synth is blessed.
It's full of blood and death.
I've had traumatic experiences.
Yeah,
Synth lives a comfy little Nerf life.
Yeah.
Nerf?
Yeah, as opposed to like bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting stabbed by laptops and shit. I don't know what you're doing.
I've always loved 5 Nights at Freddy's.
That's true.
I was a fan of this series since I first saw Markiplier's Let's Play on the first game. The game seemed more of an obsession than something else for me, at least. Maybe that's why I'm now part of the community, and that's all thanks to those horrible nightmares.
Okay.
Nightmare 1. It was a Monday evening, and I just finished the nightmare mode on the 3rd game. I got the good ending as well, with the 4 heads of the main animatronics.
Oh, good
I
job.
was relieved to see that the spirits of the children were finally free, thanks it was easy, but also sad that this might be the last time I would see the animatronics. I then looked at the clock, and I saw it was already 11:30 p.m.
Ooh, wait, late.
Boy, I played longer than I thought, I said to myself. I then decided to go to bed. I fell asleep rather quickly, but then the nightmares began.
Uh-oh.
I was in the office from the first game, and it was 12 a.m. It seemed like it was real, though. Then the phone rang, and I expected that the phone guy would say his typical words of introduction, of course. But when I picked up the phone, I only heard robotic noises.
Ooh. Robot noise.
Then I heard Foxy's pirate song, and became scared because this wasn't normal. As the hours passed, nothing happened. It quickly became 5:45 a.m. Just 1 quarter left, I thought. Just then, I picked up my tablet, only to see that Bonnie had moved from the main stage.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Then when I laid down the tablet, it was Bonnie right in front of my face.
That was a good
Of
jump
course
scare
I
impression.
Thanks.
Yeah, that sounded
I
like
woke
Bonnie.
up sweating and sweating. As I was slowly trying to get up, I felt something strange in my left arm. It felt extremely heavy. I looked at my arm, only to see the most horrifying sight I had ever seen in my life. My arm, it had turned purple and robotic.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Nightmare 2. I spent half the day at the hospital for my arm. The doctors took it for a mystery. Never before had they seen something like this. They then decided to leave it as it was since there was no way to remove the robotic arm.
Why?
They
Why
thought it had
not?
grown into my body. I thought otherwise because surely this seemed impossible. How could my arm have been removed in one night
Diagnosed
without
with
me feeling
purple?
anything? Plus, I found no traces of blood in my bedroom. I tried to stay awake through the whole night because I was sure there would be another dream about the game. But my attempt was futile. At 11:45 p.m., I fell asleep. I was once again in the office of the first game. My arm, however, was normal. Then the phone rang again. I didn't want to pick it up, but eventually I did it anyway. I heard the strange robotic noises again, but I could understand some of it. I heard something like, "Flee now while you can!" and "Don't you want to be one of us?" I dropped the phone in horror and fled the office. While I was running, I saw Foxy running towards me. I then fell on the floor. Apparently, I stumbled over a chair that had fallen down. Then I heard that animatronic scream again. Foxy had gotten me and I blacked out. Seconds later, I woke up only to find that I was still dreaming. I was lying still on the floor of the pizzeria, but I knew I was being watched. I turned around, and I saw 3 of the 4 animatronics staring at me. Bonnie wasn't anywhere to be seen. Then I awoke, screaming and sweating, my torso feeling heavy this time. I looked, and yes, my torso had become robotic and purple, and a bow tie was on my neck. No way. Am I turning into Bonnie?
Oh my god.
Nightmare 3. I didn't leave my apartment for the entire day. I tried to look on the internet for answers.
I
Why the
wouldn't
fuck
either.
is this happening?
Turning into
I
body.
don't wanna be-
Reddit.
Why body purple? Question mark. Bonnie.
Why Bonnie purple? Reddit.
I don't want to be a killer robot, and especially not an animatronic, but every time I typed the game's name into Google, I got nothing useful. Note, I fell over every time I tried to walk to the kitchen. You try to walk with an animatronic torso this heavy on human legs.
Okay.
Once again, okay, do
I'll
it.
do it.
Just did
Do
it.
it. It's hard. It's hard. No,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Oh, yep. I just did
Whatever.
it.
I'm not listening. You're a fucking liar. I'm not listening.
Whatever.
It happened again. I fell asleep. This time I was in the office of the second game. I knew this was going to go bad once again, but my robotic parts were gone at least. I picked up the
Dude.
ringing phone. What's up?
No, I'm just like.
Yeah, I
getting
know.
reaction.
Yeah, I was fucking scared. I picked up the ringing phone because I wanted to get another message. I heard, in clear English this time, "Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this," it was the opening lines of the phone guy from the first game.
Oh my god.
I barely had any time to listen as the toy animatronics were in the office. I tried to look for the Freddy mask, but it wasn't anywhere in the office. Then Mangle screamed and tried to bite my head off. Luckily enough, I dodged the attack and ran to the room with the withered animatronics. Then, in that room, I saw Freddy, Chica, and Foxy already staring at me.
Oh.
Once again, old Bonnie was nowhere to be seen. Then Freddy spoke with his robotic voice. "There you are, Bonnie. We have been waiting for you."
That
I couldn't
Freddy
move
Fazbear.
from panic. Freddy spoke again. "Don't worry, this won't be taking long anymore." I woke up. I looked at my body. Both of my legs turned robotic this time. Well, at least I could walk properly again. Nightmare 4. I didn't leave my bedroom the whole day being scared for the next night. I had been crying a lot, saying things like, "Why?" and "I don't want to be a killing machine." But I managed to overcome my fears and look further on Google. Once again, I found nothing.
Damn.
At 11:55 p.m., I fell asleep again. I was in the office of the second game again. My robotic parts were gone once more and the phone rang again. I didn't even pick it up this time. The ringing stopped. And then I heard the music box of the marionette. Shit, where's the button? I thought. It was too late. The marionette was already out of the box. I sat in my chair waiting for death, but the marionette never came. I then saw the withered animatronic with the marionette dangling from Foxy's hook. Bonnie wasn't there. Of course. The animatronics came closer. Then Freddy said, "Oh, silly Bonnie, playing the role of the night guard." I couldn't move. As Freddy came closer to my face, "Just one more night," he giggled.
Why is he talking to Miku?
He is Miku.
I blacked
He's
out
connected?
and woke up. Yeah.
As a part of the Miku universe.
My right arm had turned robotic this time. Only my head remained.
Oh shit.
Nightmare 5.
Oh no.
Final nightmare. I didn't get out of bed this time, as I knew that my fate had been sealed. Man, this animatronic body is heavy, I thought. I waited and waited to fall asleep as day turned into night, but I stayed awake for a long time. When the clock hit 11:30 p.m., a single tear dropped as I began to feel drowsy. But just as I was falling asleep, I heard knocking on my front door and a voice. I stood up with my animatronic body to leave my bedroom because I recognized that voice. It was my best friend Hamston. I walked slowly to the door as I heard.
Wait,
What?
hold on.
That's not right.
What?
Hamston
What,
wasn't there.
You don't fucking believe I'm friends with Hamston?
No way are you friends with
doesn't
Hamston.
speak.
Hamston is like,
You know, he's never talked to you. That doesn't mean he didn't fucking talk to me.
I'm friends with Winston,
Okay.
so I'm winning. Whatever.
Cool. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy for me too.
I walked slowly to the door as I heard, "The police are here with me because your rent is due. They're going to take away your furniture." Darn it. Did I forget to pay the rent? Also, you didn't show yourself for 3 days after that hospital visit, Hamston said. In tears, I screamed, "Go away, please! I don't want you to see me like this!" Hamston then said, "Open the door, Noelle. We can still talk about this." I said nothing for half an hour. Then I heard the police ramming my front door. They all stared
called
at
the
me in
cops?
shock.
Please do this if you don't pay your rent.
Hamston stepped forward saying, "Noelle, is that you?" Just at that moment, I felt my animatronic body move. I looked back at Hamston and the police, only to black out. When I woke up, I saw nothing but black. "Hello?" I said. "Where am I?" When I started to see a little bit better, I saw the 3 animatronics. Freddy, Chica, and Foxy. They stood right in front of me. Freddy said, "Don't worry, this won't take long." Chica and Foxy began to move closer and held me by my arms and legs. I yelled, "Stop! I don't want to be like you guys!" Freddy grabbed a Bonnie head, put his finger at his mouth, and said, "Shh, it will only be more painful if you talk." Then I
Alright,
heard the
stop
Freddy
talking
Fazbear
again.
song. Yeah, I don't know why. He gave up. Then I heard the Freddy Fazbear song. They tried to escape, but Chica and Foxy were too strong. Freddy lifted the head, ready to place it on me. "No!" I screamed. He then placed it on my head. Foxy and Chica then let me go, and the pain began to grow.
Oh my
I felt like
God.
the Purple Man when he got stuffed into the Springtrap suit. I saw blood all around my body and tried to keep my breath regular. As the pain quickly grew even further, I heard Freddy giggle. He then looked at me and said, "Almost done." Then I blacked out. I woke up in my apartment for a second, seeing Hamston's bloody corpse. Then I blacked out again.
Oh,
No, not Hamston.
Wow.
Standing on stage in the original restaurant with a red guitar in my hands. I couldn't move. I saw Freddy and Chica on stage with me, and a lot of kids in the dining area as I said with a robotic voice, "Hello kids, it's your best buddy, Bunny." I knew my biggest fear had come true. Epilogue. It's been
fucking
3
way.
months since this happened. Business is good at Freddy Fazbear's,
Oh,
and I'm
cool.
still one of the machines. You might be thinking, how can I write this story? Well, actually, I sneaked into the office and used the computer in there. I do now know why this has happened to me. Freddy explained to me that the old Bonnie never was possessed by a child's spirit. They knew that the game characters cursed one of the digital copies of the 3rd game. I knew that copy was mine. I don't know if people in the real world are still looking for me. Neither do I know what happened to Hamston. And I should probably finish typing my story because Freddy is looking over my shoulders right now. Well, let my story be a warning to all of you. Never become obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's.
I thought at the
You
start
might-
of this you said this is how you became into the fandom.
I'm in the fandom, but I'm still Bonnie.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
You might become
Flippy.
one of them. Noelle. No. Bonnie the Bunny. Out.
Oh shit. I like
thought
the
you
like
were
the
a
like
mango
cool.
skinny.
That wasn't horror. That was just furry FNAF.
That was literally
Yeah.
just like a
That
like
was
a
someone's
fetish
someone's
story.
fetish story about turning into Bonnie.
I didn't proofread this, so after the first like nightmare, I was like, oh man.
I give that 1 out of 5 pumpkins, but I give it 5 out of 5 something else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I give it 5 out of 5. Oh,
Bonnie's
who
dinner
goes?
is ready.
Bonnie's dinner is ready. Hyper-realistic dinner. Hyper-realistic dinner is fucking crazy. You know, it's pretty cool. I'm Bonnie now.
Bonnie
Yeah, it's
loves
fine.
hyper-realistic
Yeah.
dinners so much. God. I'm glad that you didn't proofread it at all, because that's the only reason that I like found that one and thought it was funny, is because it's not fucking scary, it's just someone's
Just
like
TM.
it's someo's fucking weird kink story
Well,
that they
Hamster
wrote.
died.
Hamston died, but like he was, you know, Hamston was barely a character. The doctors did give up. They said, "Ah, you're purple now."
They were like, we don't know how this happened. Bye.
Thank you for the
Doctors be
18
doing
months,
that, though.
Kurt.
19
Perfectly
months?
functional robotic arm.
19, Jesus Christ. Oh God.
That's my story.
Do you have anything, Synth?
Yeah, of course I have things. I've
We
had
got right into it.
Is this like
I've
something?
had so many traumatic experiences. One of these is gonna get through to you people. Okay?
Wait,
Alright.
there's creepypasta fan art.
Wait, what? There's a creepypasta in fan art?
Oh shit.
Hold on. I gotta see this with my own two eyes. By the way, exclamation point Discord
Oh my god.
in chat to join the Discord.
This one's awesome. I'm literally doing this right now. I'm behind Synth going.
Yeah, you should join the Discord, cause
We have two
you know.
clowns, a guy in a kigu, and an actual demon here for Halloween.
It's awesome.
Yeah, fucking, you know, tight ass Discord, sick as fuck. Oh fuck, is this just a creepypasta for
You write
stream?
a creepypasta about
Oh
us.
shit.
Oh my! Can we end with this one?
Oh my god.
There were 2 people made one.
Holy shit. Okay, well, I guess we have to pivot to
We'll do this one last
Yep.
fan
because we'll loop
stories.
back around to Qweave. We'll have time.
Oh
That's
my god.
crazy.
Yeah, I assume that we're doing are we just doing synth boot me and then like we're
Yeah.
done?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell a different story. I was
Oh,
gonna
sure.
talk about a strange Hamtaro DVD I found, but
No, do that one.
instead-
Do that one.
You could do both, you know, it's fine.
Okay, alright. This one's kind of short anyway.
Yeah, if it's short, go crazy.
So, before I tell this story, I just want to say this. No, it's not a story about a creepy possessed game or a story about a demonic doll that haunts me for eternity. This is just a tale about a time when I randomly came across a bootleg Hamtaro DVD that left me feeling extremely uneasy and creeped out, okay?
And I think all of your stories aren't scary at all. You've been emphasizing this one's not normal. You got the normal ones.
This is a real creepy thing. that
Your
happened.
life is so normal, son. Alright, whatever, what happened?
Listen, okay, it was a Saturday morning, and my friend / roommate Jimmy recently got a new job at a
You
pharmacy.
and Jimmy are always doing shit, I know
I'm
that.
always talking about Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
It was far enough to the point where he had to move away, and he quickly sent me a text message. Hey man, do you think you can lend me a hand and help me moving my stuff to my new home? Thanks in advance. Jimmy and I were really good friends since elementary school, so of course I couldn't decline. He's always been there to support me, both physically and emotionally, and always there when I needed him. So of course it would seem like being an asshole if I didn't help back. It was a 30-minute drive in total, minus the time it took for me to stop for gas. When I got there, he was already outside. Hello, Synth. Can you help me with putting my clothes in the closet while I take my couch inside? Jimmy asked. Sure, I'm happy to help, I replied. I took his shirts that were already on hangers inside the house. I approached the closet and opened the door. There seemed to be nothing inside until I looked in the corner. All there was a black DVD case with no sleeve on it. I picked it up and it seemed to have a DVD inside it. I returned to Jimmy, who had just got done setting his couch down. I guess he lifted a whole couch all by himself. He's quite strong. Hey man, did you notice this DVD in the closet? I asked. Huh? No, I didn't really see it, Jimmy replied, confused. It seems to have a DVD inside, so I guess I should see it, I replied, excited. Inside was a blank DVD. It had Sharpie writing that simply said, Hamtaro episode, in surprisingly good handwriting. Jimmy and I were big fans of Hamtaro back in the day.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm always talking about this.
Hamtaro's sick, though.
We'd always have sleepovers dedicated to watching Hamtaro when it aired on Cartoon Network. I always spent my allowance on the Hamtaro toys, and Jimmy even gave me the Ham Heartbreak for the Game Boy Advance for my
You do
birthday.
constantly talk about what you're spending your allowance on stream all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always talking about your
Ham
allowance.
Heartbreak for the
Yeah, but
GBA.
right before you take the big yellow school bus to college. Spend your allowance at the lunchroom.
Yeah, seeing this excited me a little. It seems like this DVD has some Hamtaro episodes on it. Too bad I don't have a DVD player, Jimmy sighed. I do! Maybe I should try it out when I get home, I exclaimed. I don't know, man. This DVD looks very sketchy. If anything, what if there's something snuff on there? Jimmy questioned with concern. I'm still curious either way. Besides, I can only find out if I do watch it, right? I questioned. I guess you're right, Jimmy sighed. The whole car ride home, my brain was focused all on the DVD. I don't know why, something about it was just pulling me in. I had to know what was on that DVD. Then I finally got home. I quickly ran over to my PlayStation 3 and put the DVD inside. But I got the regional coding error. This made me assume the disc was probably from somewhere in Europe, probably the UK. I wasn't sure, so to be safe, I specifically bought a region-free DVD player.
Your life is so exciting, Sent. Everything that happens is so interesting.
It makes a lot of sense. I have to give you the full context of why this DVD is so creepy. Have you ever had a DVD not play? Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay.
You got me there.
The DVD was said to arrive in 2 days. And then it arrived. I rushed to plug it in.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
I shoved the DVD inside the player.
Did you play Gears of War 3 and
It's
Resident
better.
Evil 4 for those 2 days,
No, I
or what?
don't really remember. I just didn't do anything.
I blacked out for 2 days. Alright.
I shoved the DVD inside the player, and surprisingly, it worked. And then a quiet yes, and I started watching.
You would.
The cutesy Hamtaro intro started playing. I joyfully rocked back and forth as the intro played. Childish, I know. The intro itself played perfectly fine. Something snuff gonna be on here. What's Jimmy talking about? So far, nothing has happened. I chuckled. But then, the title of the episode appeared. All it said was Adam. The episode started, and it seemed to start all normal with Hamtaro just messing around in his cage. Then, the shot pans to a TV in the room he was in. The TV seemed to have a news channel on it. What they were saying was unsettling. Breaking news, there's a mystery hamster killer going around town, the news anchor warned, before the TV suddenly shut off. A killer? But isn't this a kid's show? I thought.
That was good delivery. I can feel the fear.
I started to feel a little unsettled, but I decided to continue watching. The shot completely cut to Oxnard and Hamtaro in the Ham clubhouse. Oxnard was crying, and Hamtaro was confused. I don't remember what Hamtaro sounds like. What happened? Hamtaro asked with worry. Boss, Bioju, Pepper, and I were just trying to casually walk back to the clubhouse. But then this mysterious man came over and took them all away.
Oh, fuck.
Thankfully, I managed to make it home, but my friends are gone. Especially Pepper? Oxnard cried.
Especially Pepper.
For those who are confused, Pepper is Oxnard's crush in this series, and in the final episode of the Japanese dub, they got married.
Okay, cool.
Just some context for why Oxnard was so concerned.
Alright.
I felt bad for Oxnard. He was my favorite hamster throughout the series. I'd always feel bad whenever he cried. But then this door slams open with Penelope running towards Hamtaro while crying too. Oqui! 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 Penelope cried.
Sick.
Penelope in this series doesn't really speak actual words, probably because she's just a baby hamster. The only thing she says is Oqui. Penelope is known for constantly wearing some sort of yellow blanket, but there was a red stain in the middle of it.
No!
Orangish.
I was
No!
literally about to say that's my favorite hamster in Hamtaro.
This is
Yeah,
fucking
she's,
the worst shit in
She
the
saw
world.
some shit. What? A man came over and snatched, Pashmina away? Hamtaro questioned. Penelope just continued to sit there crying. In the series, Penelope and Pashmina are
Fuck.
best friends. They're always seen together.
Thanks for explaining.
This is the part where I started feeling awful after watching. The shot was just camera footage of a hamster. The hamster looked extremely malnourished. Thumbtacks had the hamster's limbs pinned down.
No!
Oh my god!
2 hands were seen, and one had a scalpel in the hand. The hamster was
god.
slowly
Dude.
dissected.
This is what happened to
Oh my
Hamston.
Pain and squirmed trying to get away. This was really hard to watch, as hamsters are my favorite animal.
Stop watching it. Just turn the damn TV off.
Each organ of the hamster was slowly taken out one by one.
Oh!
Alright.
As soon as all the organs were taken out, a voice was heard. It said, "Adam Ferguson, I love hamsters. Adam Ferguson, I love killing them." Adam Ferguson? I questioned myself. I got a call from my friend and he sounded really worried. "Dude, there's dead hamsters in my house. I'm scared. How did these appear all of a sudden?" Jimmy worried as he hyperventilated. "Strange, did the previous house owner have anything to do about it?" I questioned. "Man, the only thing I know about the previous house owner was that his name was
Adam Ferguson.
Adam Ferguson."
Oh,
Jimmy
Oh
affirmed.
my
shit.
god.
My eyes widened as he said the name I heard on the DVD. "Strange, because this DVD had video footage of someone named Adam Ferguson. Do you think this is correlated?" I asked back. Jimmy later hung up.
He got sick of it. I'm bored.
I did research.
I'm over it.
I did research about this Adam Ferguson, and it turns out Adam Ferguson was a man who had a habit of torturing small animals, mostly hamsters. He was caught in the act and then was arrested for accounts of animal cruelty. Upon more investigation in the apartment, more tapes and DVDs that all consisted of disgusting acts of causing harm to small hamsters, full stop. The DVD that was there was meant to be a warning. A warning he might be out someday. Jimmy was right, there was some snuff shit on there.
Damn. I like that Adam
Dude, he was
Ferguson
right, dude.
was like a guy who just killed a lot of hamsters, and it was so notable there were news articles about him killing hamsters.
And I guess he recorded all of them and
He
put
loved
the
it.
Hamtaro episodes before them.
Adam Ferguson is fucked up. I'm glad he got executed publicly by the state. Hate that guy. And yeah, he also animated a part of the Hamtaro episode. That's noteworthy. It was like he could have
I
been
did have to make that.
he could have been the next Oni NG if he wasn't killing hamsters all the time.
Yeah, I'm just running into weirdos all the time who make all this weird shit. So that's my life. Yeah.
Well,
It's
Well,
creepy.
I got attacked by a mutant rat soon.
Well, I was gonna say
I
Synth
got kidnapped by lab scientists.
Synth did say he had 2 stories, and I'm kind of curious about the other one.
Okay, I do have.
I
have
do
one more
I don't
story.
you know I don't mean to put the spotlight really on Synth, but I am curious because I
Take
want
the spotlight away from me.
listen. I know that we're not gonna go after you. We're gonna read our communal fucking creepypasta, but like I want to know that at least one bad thing has happened to Synth. That wasn't just him like seeing a weird picture on the internet.
Well, this one is about a real game I found this one time. Okay.
Okay. You're always finding games too. I'm just noticing this. Like
I
you
only
keep
found the one
finding
game.
shit. You found
No. I got one sold to me. I found a DVD. I found Hatsune Miku online.
That actually happens to me. I used to find games all the time, so this part's fair.
It's just weird that all of them are cursed. You should stop picking these up.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. It's normal.
So, for a little bit of context, Kingdom Hearts was a very popular game in my high school years. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
No.
I'm always playing that Kingdom Hearts. I know
Yeah.
about this one.
I'm playing it every week, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All of my friends loved it to death, and went on and on about how awesome it was. A friend of mine let me borrow his PlayStation 2 because I was more of a Nintendo kid growing up. I think I mentioned that before.
Yeah, you said you liked every product Nintendo's ever made.
Yeah, I didn't own
Okay,
any other systems
consistency.
besides.
Did you like the
GBA
Wii Motion Plus?
and a GameCube? I loved Wii Motion.
Hell yeah, that shit was tight.
Skyward Sword.
Great game.
That's a game.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he let me borrow his copies of the first and second Kingdom Hearts games. After I finished and returned the games and the system, because I don't steal things from my friends, I could not get enough of the franchise. The later games didn't interest me much, though, so I decided to skip them.
Fair.
A couple years later, the 3DS came out, and being the Nintendo child I was, I couldn't help but to buy the system. After I bought the system and beat a couple games, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance was coming out.
Oh my god. It's
Yeah.
specifically Dream Drop Distance?
Yeah.
It's like the worst one.
But I was out of luck. The only GameStop that was available to me was completely sold out of the game. I didn't plan on getting any copies anytime soon.
They hate Kingdom Hearts at GameStop. They don't want to order it anymore. They were let down by the plot.
I was pretty bummed out. I decided to ask
Sorry.
my friends from high school to see if anyone had it, and if they did, if they'd be nice enough to let me borrow it. But once again, my luck had run low, and nobody had it. Since I was out of luck, because I'm very unlucky, I don't know if I told you about my low luck.
I can tell.
I decided to check eBay, but I thought about all those stories on haunted games and crap like that. I'll just wait and see what the future has.
You did have like life experience there.
Yeah, I told myself. Yeah, it kept happening to me. A couple weeks went by and I went to see if the GameStop had KH:DDD, as the hip kids call it. To my surprise, they still didn't have a copy. I thought that was complete BS, but wasn't about to mess with the clerk's day by yelling at him about a video game. Disappointed, I walked home. On my way back home, I saw a 3DS cartridge with no label in the middle of the street. Wow! Thought to myself. So I looked both ways of the street, so when I crossed, I wouldn't get ran over. Yeah. I picked the cartridge up. I couldn't get the game I wanted, so I guess I'll play you, I thought. I stuffed the cartridge in my pocket and I walked home. Once I had gotten home, I sat on my couch. I put the cartridge into my 3DS, and my jaw dropped.
Oh,
and
fuck.
a giant smile came across my face. Holy crap! This is too good to be true. And I thought about it for a little bit. Why would this of all games be in the middle of the street? Why was this not at GameStop? Maybe I shouldn't play this. Maybe this is just like Deathsune Miku. all those stories on the internet and my personal experiences about someone dying over some game, those have to mean something,
I remember
right?
what happened to your Jamie.
Yeah, it's
He died.
but I thought it's just a game, right? What could it possibly do to me? Sadly, as human beings, we tend to get curious.
True.
I inserted the game into my 3DS, not aware of what could happen next. Not aware of what could happen next, I decided to press play. The 3DS opening came up, and a cutscene of Mickey doing Fantasia magic and the Disney sign came up. I decided to skip the cutscene and go on my merry way. The start menu came up with a sleeping Sora flying down with a worried Mickey trying to grab his hand. Riku wasn't even there. That's funny. I thought Riku was in this. I decided to ignore that. I decided to press play and start on normal mode. When the game started, I felt a little lightheaded. This I didn't understand. I put the game down and checked to see if the 3D bar was on. It was only a little, but not enough to give me a headache, like I was playing 3D full blast for an hour. I told myself to just set the 3D bar off. Doing so, I noticed the headache go away.
Your experiences are so interesting.
I thought that was it. I thought that was the end. Like,
I got headache from the 3DS's 3D feature, and then I turned 3D off, and I felt better. The end.
Yeah.
The game started with me as Sora in a tutorial and a simple fight with Ursula. Once I defeated her, I had to quote-unquote dive, whatever that was.
Oh?
I noticed some things that set me off a little. Like when I ran into something, Sora looked as if he were in a lot of pain, like he would in real life. I told myself, I guess it's supposed to be realistic, and they're making this a step. Personally, I thought it was really messed up. But once I got through the dive, my head started pounding really hard. Ah, I whispered to myself, what the hell is happening to me? I found this no mere coincidence. After getting over the headache, I thought I was in Traverse Town.
Jeff the Killing Sora.
I took a tutorial about some kind of free running activity, which was pretty fun. After the tutorial, Sora was standing up, eyes closed. He then woke up surprised he was in Traverse Town. No! He yelled. No? Why no? What's going on? I gotta get out of here! Right now! The camera zoomed to Sora's face, ending the cutscene. Once again, I found this a little, dumb. Why would Square Enix make a happy-go-lucky character into Suck a Baby?
What? What?
Why was he freaking out like that?
What the
If I
hell,
knew
dude?
anything over Kingdom Hearts 1, nothing bad had happened to him in Traverse Town. Maybe there was something in the games I skipped. Curious as hell, I continued my adventure. I was getting a bit tired, so I found a checkpoint and saved, and then headed to bed. I got ready and raced to bed like you would when you're a little kid afraid of monsters.
What?
Obviously, I wasn't really scared of monsters, but the racing to the bed part stuck to me.
I think
I
that
guess-
creepypasta writers are cool because they really inject wonderful flavor into everything they write.
No, this is my personal thoughts about when I'm playing.
Whenever I go to
Hard
bed,
pick them
I'm
up off the
like-
ground.
Whenever I go to bed, I'm like, this is like when monsters were chasing me when I was a kid.
Well, when I fell asleep, I dreamed I was in Traverse Town. No control of my body whatsoever, I raced along Sora. My body turned and say, what was chasing us? It was a big dog type thing. It was missing an eye and had a spine-chilling grin on it.
Oh.
This made me a bit scared. I mean, it wouldn't be. It has no eye. As we ran from the Hell Beast in what felt like a never-ending hall, Sora had tripped. My body turned and I saw the Hell Beast flip Sora into the air. Sora reached for me, but I couldn't really stop running. Horror filled me as I heard Sora yell bloody murder. Tears reached my eyes, as I knew it was me next. I woke up with the biggest headache ever. I was trembling from what had happened. This can't wait, I told myself. I need to know. I got out of bed. It was around 3:30 and turned my 3DS on and opened my save file. I had skipped over tutorial, as I felt it wasn't needed.
Yeah,
I
big
need
mistake.
to battle these things called Dreamed Eaters.
I hate those guys.
Here's the
My
thing.
eyes had opened.
This is just what happens in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we played Dream Drop Distance. I don't remember any of that shit. This could just be what happened.
Yeah, this is basically what happened, I think.
No, trust me, this gets really scary.
Okay.
Eyes had opened wide as these dream eaters were visually horrifying. This bat, if I could even call it that, had one wing ripped open and were soaked red.
Oh no.
This has to be fake, I thought to myself. This is a kid's game, for crying out loud. Square Enix wouldn't allow this. Another dream eater was a panda-looking animal, who from even the slightest look could make you pass out. Just let your imagination take over, because I really don't want to describe this demon.
Cool. Ah, it's really scary. What I'm thinking about that guy, this is terrifying. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It
Don't
looks
think too hard, chat.
It's like a fucking Golden Freddy almost. That's terrible.
When Sora took damage, he made the face like he did when I was quote-unquote diving and ran into something. Instead of hearts coming out like they did in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, they simply vanished.
What?
Wait, nobody's didn't release hearts, only Heartless. I remembered in a trailer explaining something about the Dream Healers were only after dreams, so I bypassed that.
What? What?
This is why I started studying so much Kingdom Hearts lore.
You were so
After this.
confused.
I was so confused by Dream Drop Distance.
Valid, actually?
At that point, the game then forced me into the pause screen and made me make my own Dream Eater.
That's cool.
The game gave materials, and I made a Dream Eater. But
Okay.
I froze in shock. My mind couldn't grasp the horror when I say what the Dream Eater was. That's the thing from my damn dream! Why is this thing in here? It was when I understood what Sora was scared about. A programmer must have messed the whole game, causing Sora to play something he wouldn't. His character wasn't like what he said at all.
What?
Someone unlucky must have gone through the same thing I was. Maybe he or she cracked under what had happened and got rid of the game. Maybe if they did a better job, this wouldn't happen.
Fucking loser played this game, had bad dreams, stupid ass. So bad at dream drop distance that I cursed the cartridge.
My brain came back from its deep thinking to find the monster still staring at me, still on the screen. I just ejected the cartridge from my 3DS and turned the system off. I clenched the cartridge tight in my hand. I looked at the time. 5 o'clock. How the hell? I put on my dress clothes, and I was personally gonna get rid of it for good.
Why'd you wear dress
I walked
clothes?
out of, you know,
You go to church?
tux and pants. I walked out of my house door and went down to an area where no one was around, so I could smash this cursed thing, because that's something I couldn't do in the privacy of my own home.
Well, like a demon could escape.
Yeah, I guess. The only place I knew about what abandoned was a parking lot, so I took half an hour walk to pay them.
The closest parking lots are really far away. You live in the middle of nowhere.
One of my favorite things is when someone who's writing a creepypasta, like, kind of outs their age by trying to emphasize a very far distance, and it's some shit like half an hour.
Yeah.
It's shit like that. I love it. Continue. I'm enthralled.
The only place I knew. Okay, yeah. I dropped the game to the floor. Nobody deserves that kind of hellish nightmare. Not even a video game character. I smashed the game. Overjoyed, I kept stomping on it repeatedly with a satisfied look of approval when I found the game. When I found the game into what seemed like 100 pieces.
Cool.
Then I walked home. I
Cool.
unlocked the door. This instant migraine that was 10 times worse than the first. My head hurt too much to try to open the door, and I was panicking. I had no idea why, but I was scared of something. I woke up in a hospital bed. I asked, what had happened, and why am I here? Your neighbors say you passed out and called 911. You're not mentally fit right now, so I'll give you some pills so you'll get back on track, he said. Something in his voice made me think he was hiding something.
And that doctor, Xehanort. Sad
That's my
fucking
story.
day. That's the end? Wow, Sid.
I think the doctor was hiding something.
What was...
I gotta say, for once in your fucking life, it feels like something bad happened to you.
I'm glad that you're getting professional help now.
Yeah, he made me Kingdom Hearts pilled. That's the worst
Good
thing
story.
that ever
Good
happened
story.
to me.
I'm really sorry that they made you take pills at the hospital.
I've
Because
got
you-
a really bad migraine. Take the 3D
You
off.
got a bad migraine because the 3D was too much. Oh god.
Oh man.
All right. Boot.
Me?
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. This is a long one.
Okay. What is it?
So, it was August 18th, 2012.
Wait,
was
I have
the
a
day-
question.
What?
Did this happen to you in real life?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. You
You lost.
had to think about it for a little bit.
I had to remember if it happened to me or not. I forgot. So it was August 2012, which was the day before New Super Mario Bros. 2 was released. as well as the year the Wii U came out, along with many other games such as New Super Mario Bros. U, Zombie U, Luigi's Mansion 2, Dark Moon, Paper Mario Sticker Star 2, and many other great games.
Can you list more
This
games?
So many.
This story is my creepy encounter with one of those games. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Less than a year prior, New Super Mario Bros. 2's release was Super Mario 3D Land's release, and considering I'd loved the cape in Super Mario World and the Tanuki suit in Super Mario Bros. 3, I purchased both games. There's so much to do in Mario 3D Land. I have 100% complete in less than a week. Granted, I did spend half of my week playing it and another quarter playing Mario Kart 7 and messing around with the features of the newly acquired 3DS. Leave me
Is this the
waiting for
scary
next Mario
thing
game
that
to come
happened
out,
to you?
eager for something else to do. This explains why I was so eager to get to New Super Mario Bros. 2, because I got on the release date, which was August 19th for those who
My
didn't know.
fucking
Well,
God.
August 19th in America. I'm not quite sure when the game released in Japan.
Okay.
I looked at the downloadable version's price, and then I went to my GameStop to see if anyone had purchased it. Decided they didn't like it, and brought it back to GameStop, and sure enough, some people did. In fact, they had one return copy left, but there's no picture on the front, rather a really crappy label that said New Mario 2 in sloppy cursive handwriting.
Ooh.
At the time, this didn't bother me much, and I bought it anyways. It was $1 cheaper than the downloadable version, which was $39.99 if my memory served me correctly. And I'm the one saving for money. Even if it's only $1, I wanna save it. When I went to the counter to purchase it, the cashier didn't freak out about how I should just take it for free or anything. He told me it was $38.99 in the hole, so I paid for the game, gave the cashier a $3 tip, and left the store.
Wait, you gave the cashier a tip at GameStop? You're crazy.
I'm a nice guy. I don't like spending money, even if it's just $1, but I did give the cashier at GameStop a $3 tip.
You got scammed. You got
I
scammed at
registered the game on my
GameStop.
Club Nintendo's website.
Oh, you got the points for it too, then.
Yeah.
What did you buy with your
the game out
points?
of its case, snapped in my 3DS, and turned on my 3DS. I noticed the home menu is no longer there, but replaced with 4 options. The game, New Super Mario Bros. 2, of which the logo wasn't what it should be, but instead a picture of Yoshi, but his eyes were bloodshot, and the whites of his eyes weren't really white, but more of a disgustingly noticeable different shade of red. Yet the difference is barely noticeable at the same time. There was blood dripping from his chin.
Okay.
This freaked the crap out of me and instantly shut off the system. The other 3 options for I continued the story were DS Download Play, PictoChat, and the Game Boy Advance Cartridge Play. Although both PictoChat and the GBA Cartridge Play were crossed out since the 3DS didn't have those features.
Okay.
The original DS and DS Lite did, however, and that's the reason I freaked out.
You're like
I
speed
now
reading
own
your experience
DS
that you
Lite,
had.
or so I thought. Later, I'd taken the cartridge out and found that everything was on my 3DS prior to this incident was perfectly intact.
Okay.
After turning the system on and off again several times thinking it was a glitch, I realized nothing would change. I decided to select the game. When I did, however, the console shut off, making a loud popping noise as it did.
Oh no.
It turned back on 1 or 2 seconds later when the console restarted. I started the main menu of the game, looking as I had seen it on Game Explain and other videos I'd seen on YouTube. When I selected the first option, however, there was one used file, the third one, but Mario's face wasn't on it, rather the extremely demonic Yoshi from the fucking logo.
Okay. That's pretty scary. Yeah, you're reading this so fast.
My throat hurts, so I'm trying to get through it.
Drink
It's
water.
just so scary. You
I
have to
drank
read it
water.
quickly so
I
you
can
don't
take
get
over
scared
for
again.
you if you need me to.
No, it's fine, it's fine. There's one available. Well, I already read that. To my surprise, the guy 100% completed the game. He collected several million coins, something I'd somehow missed in the main menu. One thing I did wonder was how in the world he have collected 4.5 million coins in just a few hours. The game couldn't have possibly given the player that many coins. And the game couldn't be that easy 100%. He'd either use a Game Shark or a live action replay or something, or he's just an extremely hardcore Mario fan, most likely the first. He was in Star World. I touched the World 1 icon on the screen and found myself trapped and teleported in the New Super Mario Bros. Wii World map. This didn't really bother me much, except for the fact that Fortress looked like the New Super Mario Bros. Wii one, as opposed to the New Super Mario Bros. One I'd seen in the Star World. Entered the first level, and I played through it.
Cool. Sounds
I
fun.
played through just as it had in videos I'd seen on YouTube, but with different graphics. The question marks on the question mark blocks were written in blood, it appeared. And whenever I stomped a Goomba or burned a Koopa, there would be a small blood stain on the screen where the enemy was. I beat level with 2 star coins, 666 coins, and 333 seconds remaining.
Okay.
I put down an author's note that says, by the way, 2 divided into 666 is 333.
Oh. Okay. All right. I see.
I
I
get
see.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Right then, a message box popped up and said, you should have stopped sooner. It's too late now. The next part is when I decided this was either a hacked or a haunted copy. I
shit.
re-entered level 1-1 to find the 3rd star coin, but all I found was the fact that the level was just an ocean of blood now. When I reached the Has waypoint, the picture of the abused Yoshi showed up on my screen. I had 3D on, and I was scared half to death. I used to be a huge fan of Yoshi, but starting then, I wasn't quite anymore.
I was a fan of Yoshi until he got abused, then I hated him.
Yeah.
I got sick of
When
him.
the picture disappeared from my screen, my player was gone, and in his place was the Yoshi, pleased as though he had just finished eating Mario. What? What?
Okay. Well, this
And the
happened to
first thing
you.
He did, I lost a life. That was me, like, that's what I said at the moment.
Okay.
I appeared on the world map, but now I wasn't just Mario anymore. I was now the neglected version of Mario, just like Yoshi. Mario's eyes were bloodshot and blood was dripping from his chin.
Wait,
I
Mario.
conclude here that the demon passed from person to person as the demonic person murdered another, so Yoshi was presumably perfectly fine now. I proceeded through the level, although it wasn't me that was controlling it, Mario was controlling himself. Rather, Oriam was controlling himself. I called him Oriam since Oriam was Mario backwards, and since he wasn't really Mario anymore. Really just a backwards twisted version of himself. Therefore, the demonic Yoshi was really Isoi. When Oiram reached the end of the level, he grabbed the top of the flagpole, but rather than getting a life, he lost one. Princess Peach was beyond the flagpole, and she seemed overjoyed to see Mario. She was stranded there. She didn't know it was really Oriam. A picture of Oriam appeared on the screen for the same amount of time that the picture of Isoi did. When it was gone, Princess Peach was lying on the ground dead, and over it was the demon ripping her apart bit by bit.
Okay.
I looked away for roughly 2 minutes here, so there's no details, but I'm sure you wouldn't want to see them anyways.
Sounds scary.
Oriam was standing perfectly still, content with himself. He suddenly collapsed and dissolved in the air. The demon crawled into Princess Peach. Her final words were, "Mario, how could you?" She was finally taken over by the demon and was now Kayup Sekner.
Why did you write this?
Yeah.
This was the first time I considered giving up on the game, but curiosity killed the cat, didn't it? Or in this case, curiosity killed everyone. Curiosity
Wait,
was very
hold on.
interesting.
You can't just fucking.
Curiosity killed
You
everyone.
can't speed read that. That's.
I'm stopping whenever something funny comes to mind about this thing that happened to me.
In this case, curiosity killed everyone. This is sick.
In World 1-2, Mario is back to normal. Mario was Mario, not Oriam. I started to move. After moving about 8 tiles,
Camp Cessner?
Kayup Sekner.
Yeah.
Kayup Sekner. When I wrote this down for my personal notes, I did include in parentheses the pronunciation.
Okay.
Kayup Sekner started chasing Mario, but she was running at an extremely fast pace, and it happened so fast that I barely had time to react. By the time I reacted, about half a second later, she was already only 3 tiles behind Mario. Mario started to run at full speed, but Kayup Sekner was running a bit faster. Mario came out of a pipe, and Kayup had just entered it. Mario ran past the first group of bricks, and Kayup had been under the last one. The stressful chase went throughout the first half level until Kayup had caught up with Mario.
You're like not able to keep up with yourself here.
Mario was knocked down as Kayup dug into Mario's stomach. Naturally, I looked away for about 3 minutes.
You
then I
are
looked through
always
my
looking
fingers
away for 3 minutes
to
all the
see if it was
time.
over, and it was. I actually am, though.
Mhm.
Oriam was back, but he lay on the ground fainted. There was no sign of Mario or her Kayup Sekner, but Princess Peach was there, looking over knocked out Oriam. She started to reach out to help Oriam, but she thought twice and backed away. She quickly turned and broke into a sprint as she found help. Yoshi was underneath the group of bricks toward the beginning of the level, and Yoshi was running to the right, as if he was chasing a Kayup Sekner and Mario trying to see what's happening.
This all happened on your
Princess
Nintendo
Peach.
DS, right?
Yeah, that's why I kept
really
looking
cool.
With
away.
like the new
Yeah.
Super,
The
the
3D
new
Super
Super
Mario.
Mario Brothers, like fucking.
Princess
Sprites.
Peach told Yoshi what was going on, and Yoshi needed to take them back above ground to where shelter was. Yoshi agreed to help Peach and allowed Peach to run to safety. Yoshi flare jumped to the top of the pipe that entered the level and they entered it. Being above ground was no better though, as everything there was now also flooded with a sea of blood as well as the first level.
Okay.
I'd like to insert here that although I considered at least 20 times in this minute of a game to simply rip out the game cartridge, throw it to the ground, and stomp on it for at least 3.5 hours,
What?
I didn't. Because I knew I needed to finish the game if I wasn't going to have nightmares
You
for a
would
week
stomp
until
on
I
it?
committed suicide, so I kept playing.
What? This really
had-
got to you, but Kayup
had-
Sekner really fucked you up.
No, I knew.
Bad Mario.
Well, it's really astounding that you like Mario.
Jumped over the entire level as if it was no problem. At the end, Yoshi and Peach grabbed onto the flagpole as you would expect and split down, pulling a
Split
Bowser
down?
flag down and pulling up another flag in its place. However, this flag didn't have a Mario symbol, a Luigi symbol, or a Peach symbol. This flag bore the symbol of the demon who had been controlling everyone's bodies.
Oh shit.
At the end of the level, Princess Peach and Yoshi were struck to the ground by none other than Oriam.
Oh,
Oriam
no.
started ripping Yoshi and Peach apart again, and my mind told me to look away again, but for some reason I couldn't do it. I don't know why, but because I could control my eyes looking around the screen, it was almost as if there was some invisible barrier preventing my eyes from looking beyond it. I just couldn't bring myself to look away. Either way, I'm not telling you what it looked like because it looked absolutely disturbing and disgusting.
Thanks for not describing anything. I like that.
After Oriam ripped Yoshi and Peach apart, Oriam dissolved in the air, and Princess Peach and Yoshi were mutating into Hakeep, Seknurp, and Isoi.
Isoi. Remember, it's not
Isoi.
It's Isoi. Come on.
I hadn't noticed that they'd mutated into demonic versions before, only that they'd been replaced by them. After this level, the world map switched back to New Super Mario Bros. Wii World 1 map to the regular New Super Mario Bros. 2 World 1 map displayed in the YouTube videos.
Okay.
This is where the game got somewhat normal for a little while. Throughout the rest of Worlds 1, 2, and 3, the demonic people weren't murdering each other. Although I would occasionally get a text box saying that Isoi and Hakeep Seknurp were coming for Mario. The text box didn't actually call them that, but it said something along the lines of them coming for Mario. Once I arrived in World 4-1, it was worse than the first 2 levels. The level is exactly like the Cheese Bridge area from Super Mario World.
Cheese to meet
Other
you?
than the graphics, which were normal to New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Okay.
At the time, I had no clue whether it was supposed to be like this since I hadn't seen any videos about World 4-1 yet. The creepiest part was that the bridge had a few bloodstains on it here and
pretty
there.
creepy.
As I progressed through the level, the bloodstains grew more and more common until I reached the end of the level. By that point, the bridge tiles were entirely red with blood, and I found there Isoi and Hakeep Seknurp ripping apart Mario's own brother Luigi.
Doesn't he gonna get fucking backwards Luigi?
They finished off Luigi and looked up to see Mario. They started chasing him. Mario started running backwards through the level as Luigi mutated into Egiwall.
Fuck this shit.
Egiwall.
This
Egiwall,
sucks.
Isoi, and Hakeep Seknurp chased Mario backwards through the level until Mario got a good place to attempt to jump over all 3 of the demonic creatures. Unfortunately, by the time Mario had started to jump, Hakeep Seknurp had struck Mario down and started to tear him apart. This is where the game got really weird. Apparently, Bowser had heard about what was going on and decided no one was allowed to defeat Mario except for him, and decided to come whoop the demonic characters. Bowser fought off Egiwall, Isoi, and Hakeep Seknurp until they just left for a while. Bowser helped Mario and kicked him past the next few levels. Thanks, Bowser. The
Cool.
next level was exited, and I was taken to a world map as Mario flew past a few levels to World 4-5. In World 4-5, my character stood on the top of a rather high cliff. I jumped off it to find the rest of the level below the screen. To my right was the entrance to an underground tunnel. I tried continuing to the right above ground, but the screen would not scroll any further, so I just entered it.
We're gonna get Reswob. We are gonna get Reswob at some point. We have to get Reswob.
Once in the tunnel, I ran further to the right for almost 10 minutes. Eventually, Mario ran into... I don't know how to pronounce the Luigi one backwards.
You have a
Qweave?
pronunciation guide, I
Qweave?
thought.
No, it's only when they first show up.
Oh.
Aguil standing there ripping out Bowser's inside, so I, of course, covered my eyes. I took my hands away from my eyes when it was over and saw that Aguil was down, and Bowser had been replaced with Reswob. At this point, I thought to myself, wow, Reswob has a striking resemblance to Resnor. By this point, I had thought I had put all the pieces together and now believed that the return of Resnor to the Mario series had caused all of this.
What?
I did a speedrun through
Yeah.
all the levels up to the next level, the Resnor boss fight, and prepared for the worst.
Are those little rhino guys that like shoot out
Yeah,
balls
those
or
are
whatever?
the Rhino wheel.
Cool.
Once I arrived at the boss, I was Fire Mario and I had a leaf in my reserve. Resnor made his regular roaring sound, but this time a message box popped up that said, "You have been foolish to try and defeat me, Matthew. I'm sorry to do this, but
That's not
life
your
must
fucking
end."
name. This happened to someone else. You lied.
No, I was on someone else's save file. Remember?
Fuck you, you liar.
I'm not lying. I was literally in someone else's save file. That's what happened. But
Whatever.
your life must end. It's a shame that one such as yourself will perish soon after you. And then another, and another, and another. That's weird. I guess there must have been someone else's save file, I said to myself. And what makes you think you have the authority to end my life? I think back at now, and I feel foolish for talking to a video game, but it actually responded.
Uh-huh.
How do I know your name? The answer to that is simple. You've muttered your name in your sleep many times, Boot.
Oh,
It doesn't
shit.
matter if I have authority to kill you, Boot. And I don't have the ability to kill my enemy. I only have to have a weak enemy. Yeah, I responded, and it's too bad you're about to get owned.
Why are you
once and
talking
for
to
all.
Reznor from Mario?
I hate Reznor.
Oh,
The
shit.
text boxes stopped popping up and the fight began. The platforms the Reznors were on were spinning awfully quite a bit faster than they were in the other Reznor battles, and the Reznors were throwing fireballs awfully a lot faster than before.
This is
I still
scary.
managed to defeat them all one by one. I hit the block underneath the first Reznor and Mario lost his fire flower. I defeated the second Reznor and he shrunk down to a small Mario. I pulled out my leaf, and for the next two Reznors, as I did so, a picture of Ishoi and Hikep lying on the ground as the demons possessing them started to get weaker. The demons were being controlled by the Reznors.
Okay.
Every time I defeated a Reznor, Mario lost a power-up, so after defeating two more, Mario had no power-ups left, and he couldn't continue with the boss fight. A message box popped up. I'm afraid it has to end, Boot. Give up to the devil and accept your fate. You cannot argue with destiny, Boot. Yeah, I can't, which is why I'm glad this isn't it. The message box disappeared and a picture popped up. The demons possessing Peach and Yoshi had died. Yoshi and Peach were now starting to get up. As they did, they started to cheer Mario on. Peach then said, "Don't worry about Mario. We can do it if we work together." Peach and Yoshi suddenly ran onto the screen. Princess Peach gave Mario another leaf, and I continued to fight the Reznors. Yoshi hopped up onto the platforms and stuck his tongue out and ate two Reznors. Mario hit the block under another
Man,
one.
the
and there
3DS
one
was
left.
awesome. You can do anything on that thing.
I
Yeah.
see how it is, the last Reznor said. You think you have beaten me, but you haven't. This isn't the end. No, it isn't, I replied. Not for me. I'm sorry to do this, but your life must end, I said, cleverly repeating what he had said just a few moments earlier.
That was pretty clever.
I hit the B button and Mario jumps, defeating Reznor once and for all and killing the demons possessing Luigi and Bowser. This isn't the end, Reznor whispered as he faded away. The level ended, and I said, yes, it is.
You're badass.
After this, the game played perfectly normally, and 4-1 was no longer a Cheese Bridge arena from Mario World. I never saw Yoshi again in the game, so I assumed he wasn't supposed to be in the game to begin with.
He died.
After all these years, I was looking through my closet for things to sell at the garage sale for extra money, and I came across the cartridge for this. I decided to see what I'd done on it, as I couldn't really remember what my progress was. I popped in and looked at the third file. I noticed that only the progress I'd made was still there. As I remembered, I'd been playing on a previous owner's file, which is 100%. I went through all the worlds to check which star coins were missing, only to find out that the only missing one was one star coin, the third star coin, in World 1-1. I went back into World 1-1 a couple times, but never found the star coin. Until I found the star coin. I finally collected it, and my console shut off. I tried rebooting it a few times, but it never turned on. I tried plugging it in the charger, but it still refused. I tried a few things until I finally decided my 3DS was
Jesus
broken.
Christ.
The game has been so much fun to play, but since my 3DS recently broke, the game had been rendered useless. Because of this, I've decided to sell it, as well as many other things, at the garage sale. The reason I'm typing this is so the next person who knows about the creepy things of this game knows not to go back through it and see what the third file has completed on it. This is where I conclude this tale, as I have nothing left to tell. If you want more, I'm sorry, but I no longer own the copy of the game. I have no copies of records of who bought it. Never forget to beware of Reznor. Never,
So this
ever
means-
forget.
You were the old man at the garage sale who sold the haunted game
I guess I was.
the whole time. That's a
I
big
wasn't an old
twist.
man, but I did sell a garage sale.
Well,
so I
you
guess that
aged
comes out to me.
45 years after Mario.
No, I sold the game. I didn't sell the DS.
Mario made you age 45 years because of the evil Boo.
It was really a surprise when I was playing the game, and not when I was reading through this recap of it, that Reznor was the villain the entire time. That caught me off guard.
It makes sense. Like, I get it. I give that one like a... I don't know, it's like 5 out of 5 pumpkins.
5 out of 5 pumpkins. I think that
Yeah,
was
it was
good.
pretty terrifying.
That
4
was
out
a
of
very.
5.
I think that was a very synth type story, in that nothing bad happened to me, but it's just like a cool thing that happened, kind of.
It was cool because you got to be like a badass at the end. You were like, I cleverly repeat
Yeah, I
what
kicked his
Reznor
ass.
said.
I went Mario mode.
It's because of all of the Mario, like, fucking ultimate gaming that we've done.
That's why the
recently.
killer got to become the ultimate gamer.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the killer, we have one last story to read.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody did write a story about us and put it in the Discord.
Well, let's hear it.
So I do feel that
Let's hear it, Qweave.
I have to write it. I have to read it. This is Stories by the Campfire by Alstor. I love
Oh, shit.
streamers. Twitch TV is my homepage, and every day, whenever I'm bored, I click on it and watch some streams. Some are really funny, some are pushing the bounds of what entertainment could be. I have an advanced parasocial relationship with a streamer named German985, but the story isn't about him. One night, I clicked on a stream page named twitch.tv/Qweave. I never heard of them, but their icon looked friendly. An icon of a bird person, with green, white, and blue plumage, staring daggers into me. Like they know something I should know, but they won't tell me. I clicked on the page. The stream had 4 animated VTubers sitting around an animated campfire. To the left was that bird, but in black and white, and in a sort of jester outfit. Probably meta about the state of streaming in 2022, but I wasn't going to embarrass myself in chat. Next to them was a bat in a jester's outfit. It should be noted that both of these VTubers had massive honkers, which I really would have liked to be warned about, as I clicked on that page at 7:02 p.m. Next to the bat was a hyena in futuristic goggles, wearing an orange kigu. Next to the hyena was some being I couldn't see. But once he talked, I saw his demonic goat-like skull with glowing eyes. I screamed, but was otherwise fine.
That's a really funny line.
They were sharing some poorly written stories about video games and pop culture, laughing as the stories went on and got more and more ridiculous. They were honestly fine attempts at horror, even if they don't know how reality works. The Family Guy one really scared me. For whatever reason, I started to sweat. It was getting really hot in the room. I figured the building's heaters were just overreacting to the cold autumn night outside. But the thermostat said it was 78 degrees. I went to turn on my AC unit, but when I sat down, I noticed the fire in Qweave stream overtook the drawn logs at the bottom of the screen. A weird artistic choice, but it wasn't distracting. Yet.
Oh shit.
The stories continued, and around Boots, the Demon's second story, I started to notice that the fire was growing in the stream. Flames ticked the bottom of each VTuber as opposed to just Noel's, the bat. I typed in the chat, trying to tell them as a new viewer what the fire was about. I can't believe Synth got banned on MapleStory 10 different times, Qweave said, ignoring me completely by creating a whole different synth out of whole cloth. What the? I did not? The hyena exclaimed, but the chat was on Qweave's side. God, what's wrong with you, Synth? Noel asked to spin. How do you even get banned once? The chat immediately went against Synth to collectively gaslight him because he's a gamer and that's funny. The fire started to creep up to all of their eyes. Seriously, what's going on? I tried to type. But the fire spread to the chat box, and whatever I typed immediately melted into a sort of white pixel goo. The smell of pixels started to take over the smell of burning electronics. The stream was going great, smiley face, said moderator just_some_meat, as the flames started to spread to the top of the stream window. Wait, why is it so hot in here? Bot asked. It reminded me to check my thermostat. 99 degrees. Is it happening to those real people as well? What's up, every pony? Asked moderator Dirtgore1, which put everybody in a bad mood immediately, despite the circumstances unfolding. You all, this stream is going to be a major pain to edit, said moderator Floofy. At this point, the text was melting within seconds of it being posted. It went into the other icons, showing the other streams on Twitch TV, melting those as well. The entire chat window was consumed by flames, and all I could hear was the crackling of the fire. What is this fire using for fuel? Said QWERTY. There was no more subtle spooky music or funny attempts at humor. It was just a fire that extended to my monitor as well. My room spiked to 4,500 degrees. The monitor itself was on fire and was spreading to my desk, then my curtains, then the walls of my room. I tried to escape from my room. But when I touched the doorknob, I was immediately blasted with second-degree burns on my hand. The fire somehow got to the other side of my house as well. I heard the killer cackle through the other side of my door, and what sounded like a flamethrower expunge its contents. I was trapped in the fire, started by this streamer that knew something I should have known. What did they know?
Can you bring up the last page of this fucking book?
You also missed the last line.
I clicked away from the page and threw my graphic card in the dumpster.
Cool ending.
I didn't see that one. It's hidden.
I think that's a good ending.
It's
That
awesome.
was the best story we've read all night.
I think that one was really good.
Top 5.
The line that really got me was I started to sweet.
I started to sweet.
I give that one 10 out of 10 pumpkins.
That's 10 out of 10 pumps.
Technically, it's the same as
that's-
5 out of 5.
I gotta
pumps, but
say,
it's more.
that's 10 out of 5. That's how scary.
10 out of 5?
Yeah, I was so scared that goes off the chart.
10 out of 5 pumps.
That was really scary. I don't know.
Jared did post fan art, and it's
There's a little bit of fan art. Yeah, hold on. Let me. There are 2 fan arts. Let me see if I can get these fan arts to display, and then we can call it for the night. You know.
We all died. We all actually died.
We did die.
For like the 3rd time this month, we all died.
It's been a day. It's the scariest fucking season of them all. All right, we got this. This is, oh god. Hold on. Wow. Look at that. This is some fan art by Popgun Arcade.
Whoa!
I think this one's really cute.
Hell yes.
Look at that.
Like
Look at
I
that
said,
shit.
this is what I'm doing in real life right now.
That's true. We also got
Careful, this one's scary.
we got Red Mist Qweave. Red Mist
Red Mist
Qweave.
Red Mist Scary.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this right now, actually. Yeah, sorry.
Can you come in here and show me you doing that?
No, I do it just for myself, for fun. I don't do it for other people. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey. You wanna follow the stream? Just join the Discord. It's an active Discord with over 200 members. We always be talking about stuff in there. Also open to stream suggestions. That's kind of a big one. Now that we're slowly phasing out of the October season, stream suggestions are more appreciated than ever because we gotta have some new stuff to move on to. Don't be surprised if I'm just away for basically a week. I might take a little break just because I'm like basically on vacation right now. I'm just like streaming because I wanted to.
We're gonna do something fun Thursday.
Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna say like nothing's like totally like nothing's set in stone. Might be out for a week, might be out for less than a week, but I am taking a little teensy break for like 2 to 3 streams probably, just because I'm on a fun little trip right now and I feel like enjoying it.
You know where you can keep up with any updates?
Yeah, Discord. If I reach a official conclusion on that, that's where I'm gonna be like, hey. I'm still gonna play spooky stuff in November. There's still stuff I want to do, especially considering I had like a few days this month where I did not get to stream. So like, I'm not gonna like abandon stuff. I'm just not really gonna limit it to one season, you know.
Yeah, we decided, fuck it.
I have a Twitter for the stream. I know a lot of people who come here pretty routinely are still not following the Twitter because it is new. You should follow the Twitter. I'm slowly trying to migrate a lot of my stream announcements and stuff to that particular platform instead of posting it indiscriminately on a bunch of random places. It's like Discord and Twitter, that specific Twitter, are what I want to kind of get stuff moved to primarily. There's also a new VOD up today from our Ultimate Gamer stream from last week. One of my favorite streams we've done, I think, in general. Floofy updated that shit like crazy, super fast. So definitely go check that out. Subscribe to the YouTube if you want to keep up with that shit. That's about it. Unfortunately, I do not have my credits stuff here because I'm not at my house.
Oh shit.
Yup. But I will do something really important here. I will do something essential. And despite the lack of credits, I'm gonna raid our good friend of the channel, Wolf Conservation Center. Thank you all for coming. This was a fun one. I love these little stupid fucking streams. I love this, and like,
It was a little scary.
yeah, a little bit scary, maybe too scary, but I don't know. Next time we're gonna like do like happy stories to tell in the dark. We're gonna just like tell really happy stories about good things.
I
that
went
has
to the
happened
park.
us. Yeah, I went to the
And
park.
I saw a dog.
I drank water. I was hydrated all day today. But yeah. I will see you all on next Thursday at the earliest, probably. But potentially at the latest next Sunday again. Discord's where I'll probably like officially be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. That I'll probably like post on Twitter what ends up happening. But yeah. Thanks for coming. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.